Oh my God.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another Darachat. My name is Daramouthe, or Dara for short, because obviously some people still have trouble trying to pronounce that name. But anyway, thank you all for being here. Hello, HappyMars. How are you, good sir?
I'm doing great. How are you doing tonight?
Oh, just I'm here. I'm laughing. I'm having fun with the people on the interwebs. Not sure I can stay long. My sleep times are confused. No, that's all right. Thank you for stopping by, though, Steve. I know some people can only stay for a little bit because there's a whole bunch of other people that are streaming at this point. So I am the small point on the interweb, and what's a good? I am like the willow that flows in the wind, and I am just there, and I creep a little. And then you're like, what the hell? Where'd this willow come from? What is going on?
I'm allergic to willow. Fuck.
Oh, damn! Good thing you're online instead of in person. Then you'd be like,
I know.
what? So how bad does it get though?
No, I'm lying. I'm not.
Oh, at first I show a moment of concern, and then it's like, yeah, I'm just lying. It's like, you dirty son of a bitch. Next time I show any concern, it's gonna be thrown out right the window. It's like, oh no, I'm just faking it. Yeah, you've been told that one a lot. So what have you been up to, good sir? Other than being on the interwebs.
Well, it's been about a little over 2 months since my last appearance here with you, and I have had a lot happen since then. I started my own Rumble channel and started posting
Nice.
videos to
Oh yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah. I saw the clip that you posted on Twitter X, and I was like, oh, that's nice. I didn't know you put that on there, but it was pretty nice because I to be honest with you, after a while you kind of forget because you got more and more people coming. But it's nice that it's recorded, it's there, and it's able to be shared. Because I haven't gone through clips on that one yet, so it's gonna be a while. Oh
Oh
man,
yeah. Yeah, so what you saw, I think, was probably the clip of my rant from the last time I was on here. I had a little, like a 10-minute rant about Marxism and content creation and being an artist and
yeah.
being honest about who you are to yourself and everyone else. And so, yeah, I thought that was a pretty good clip
Yeah.
personally. So I
No, it
put it
was.
together and put it on my channel.
Yeah,
So,
no, it's a pretty good clip. I mean, I don't self clip. I use Opus.pro to do the clipping stuff because I mean I still do some of the work, but to find the clips and all the stuff, I'm just doing editing, and that's pretty much it. That's all I do.
mhm,
That's my only job. My only thankful job is to edit. And everything else is sort of like, oh, this, and this. Just like I was telling you earlier with me using Canva to make the thumbnails, because it's free. They have some extra stuff, but it's like the majority of it is free.
mhm.
And so I'm like, yes, I'll use this because I was gonna try to use GIMP off the bat, but then it was like, this is a lot. This is a lot. And hold on, I'll show what it looks like.
Yeah, GIMP has a bit of a learning curve. I figured out, like figuring learning it has been
Okay, so
pretty
this
tough. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is what I use as Canva. Now, you go to create a design, and I usually just go to the YouTube thumbnail one because I use the thumbnail on both sides. But here are my
Mhm,
projects, right? Here are the thumbnails I have. That's a lot of thumbnails. Like, yeah, I'm just doing this. I'm basically just putting both sides, and then the coloring that kind of matches both, and then I'm cutting it, sort of cutting it in half with our coloring. But that's pretty much it. That's the basic bare necessities, and it's been fun to use. It's real simple, real easy. I think here, let me just show you how it goes.
mhm.
So here's this. So you got the text box, you got the pictures, and then you got the plot thing itself and all that stuff. And then I upload the photos like
It's not
these.
on the screen.
Oh, it's not on the screen. Oh, that's
No.
right, because it opens a new window. God, hold, hold on. It opens a new window. That's why. Um, Here we go. And
There we go.
yeah, so I just upload the photos I get. Like I save copy image, um, or save as image or whatever, and I just save them over here, and I do a drag and drop basically. And then once that's done, I do the coloring. So try to match like the program itself gives you the colors that match the photos or supposed to.
Hmm.
Use one of the colors related to, which is just red. Also do like troll. We'll
That's cool.
take it half, and then I probably should start with a small one, just like that, and then do the big one. But yeah, it's not perfect, but I do that. I thicken the borders around the frames. And I use the text, and for text, I use Helvetic World, which is the font. It is basically what it is, and then
Mhm.
I just do like coloring that matches, so to speak. Uh, Go back to my thumbnails. Home. So yeah, basically that's it. It's basic, it's simple, it does what I need. Like here's yours. You know, I just took your picture. Took
Yeah, it opened a new window again.
gosh dang it. Um yep, there we go. So this is yours. All I did was, and you see like I can move the color I did and all this other stuff, and then there's a text box. I try to make it as big as possible so we're see from like not at too far of a distance, but a distance enough that it makes sense to read. And then, of course, the color
Mhm.
around your picture, um, which is.
Nice.
Yeah.
Looks good. That's simple too. It makes it nice and easy for the
Yeah.
most part.
Yeah. And I'm trying to make, hold on. I got to go back to the other one. Yeah, this is the fun part. But basically, I'm trying to get everyone down to 1 per 1.
Mhm.
I should actually delete this one because I don't need it. I already have the reason why I don't need this one is because I already have this one, so I don't really need. Because I did this because I thought, oh, solo, because it's me to myself. But then I was like, it's better just to do this one. So I'll delete that. Move to trash. But yeah, other than that, I'm trying to get everyone down 1 per 1, right? So you see, I have
Right.
you see, I have a two for right here. You see, I have a 2 for right there. I have double, but at the end of the day, and there's some that aren't even on here yet. Like I go through my YouTube and Rumble, and it's still like there's still so many left to go, and I'm just like, no. It's like, no, please. But it's not that bad. I enjoy the work. I
So
was
are you going back and putting like thumbnails on some of the older interviews you've done?
Yes,
Okay.
because when a previous person I had on said it's best to show the faces and stuff, but then I
Hmm.
was like, but not all of it looks great because I'm using what YouTube catches on its end, right? I'm not taking like full screens of both of us, so it's like it needs to look clean. It needs to look clear. And I said, well, there's this. They have a thumbnail, right? They have a thumbnail that represents them, so I'll just use their thumbnail. And I have my thumbnail too, but it's of my face. Most majority of people don't have of their face; they have something else, like you with
Hmm.
Mars. And so I go through that and I'm just saving the image off the profile from Twitter X or wherever I can find it. And then I save it into that upload column. And then I just put it, make a template out of it. And then whenever they come back on, the wording just changes. And that's pretty much it. You know,
Yeah.
I have changed the coloring. Um, Hold on. It's time to go. Let me show you my real back end. And that's from the YouTube side because Rumble's is not as pretty. Um, Here we go. Boom. All
Yeah.
right. So there are my thumbnails. Now some of them didn't. Rumble Studio messed up, so I had to download them and put them over in video. But basically,
Hmm.
on the live end, I'm actually I probably should upload the thumbnail. Hold on. No pictures. Let's see where it's at. Sorry, I'm doing live stuff right now. Here we go. There we go. So saving that, making sure that at the end I don't have to worry about it. Oh, please don't.
Nice.
Just let it go through. Save it. Save it. Come on. YouTube is giving me a pain in the butt. Um,
I've made a lot of my
yeah,
thumbnails honestly just in paint, just out of
yeah,
simplicity.
yeah. You,
This,
yeah. No, it's because I still. Where am I at? So right now I am here at Tomby because Tomby doesn't have anything. I have his image, but I don't have it. But you also see with Cool Frog right here, right? You can barely see him, hit the wording from here.
yeah.
You have to go in and see it, but even then it's smaller. My thing is I go in, I enlarge that, I make it a little better to be seen. And that's re-going over those old ones. But
Hmm.
like some of these don't have one yet. Like Sammy C doesn't have one. I mean I have his. I just have to put it there. I don't have JT Pixels. I don't have Nibs yet, and I'm basically going back to this one, but I've already done that. Um, I do need
Hmm.
to make that. I think I do need to make that wording bigger though. But you see, I have to go back and fill these one up and all that stuff. So yeah, I don't know how many people I've had on altogether, and that's it is what it is.
You'll know soon enough
Yeah,
once you get through them all.
yeah, once I get once I do the work, I'll get through them all and I'll find out how many. But I do enjoy the process. I do enjoy trying to because I am a bit not a perfectionist, but I am like I go in, I like you saw with the description, I'm adding like,
Mhm.
give like, follow likes or whatever, and then adding our information for where to find us, and then the hashtags, whatever they are for the YouTube side, and I don't add them to Rumble because they aren't playing into anything yet, as far as I know. So I haven't added those to it, but yeah,
Yeah.
it is a time consuming process, obviously. But the point of the matter is I'm enjoying it. The process is relatively simple. It probably takes me at most close to 10 minutes, at least 10 minutes to get a thumbnail done, and
Mm.
then put it up, check it to make sure it looks good enough, and then whatever, or I go back and make changes. However, but yeah, it's been an interesting process. I don't know how everyone else. I think everyone does it like you, right? They do. Yeah, they probably use GIMP, and I just can't
Yeah.
do it.
It just depends on what the stream was. I'm trying to do. Like, a lot of times if I'm like a lot of times I'm like cutting something out and then pasting like somebody's head or face, or like most of the videos on my channel are Zatris clips, right? So I'll have to like cut Zatris out and then like put her on top of something else for a lot of the, or I'll just take pictures and paste them right on top of you know a
Mm.
screenshot of Zatris's stream and call it good. Sometimes just whatever. Usually by the time I'm done editing a video, I'm just like, okay, I want to post this, and kind of get a little bit lazy when it comes to making the thumbnail.
Yeah, I do my thumb. Well, the thing of it is for me is I do my thumbnails before because I again the discussion is open ended, so there's not really a topic. The titles I try to be witty with them, but I'm not. I don't know how
Right.
good I am with them, but it's just like I try to be witty with the titles because it's just like it's of the person, not of whatever in the conversation. Because the conversation stuff is just random.
Right.
Uh,
We don't have, it'd be different if you like set up a topic beforehand,
yeah,
what we're going to talk about. Then you can maybe make a joke about it. Like
yeah. I'll make a joke about the title. Like yours is like if you saw yours, that's what I gave yours. But it's like you're using Mars, and just like he's come back again. It's just like I thought it was witty. I thought it was funny to me. To be honest, it was funny to
I
me.
like it. The red planet strikes again. Yeah,
That's right.
that's great.
He's coming back for
Mhm.
another round of double trouble. Oh, the funny thing is that your dad followed me on Twitter X. It was funny to your dad.
I saw that.
Yeah, I was like, what?
I was like, I wonder if people are gonna make the connection that he's my dad, but apparently that was pretty easy.
Yeah, he said that because it was like a bunch of numbers after it. So it was like, oh, okay. And then it's like, oh, he says your dad. Oh, well, that's pretty interesting. It's like, well, maybe I can get his dad on next, but that's a difference of opinion. That's a difference of opinion. But yeah, it's
It'd be hard. My dad is, my dad loves tech and everything, but he is just like on a cell phone, like
oh, that's
so
understandable.
yeah, he's
One
got a
day,
laptop at home where he could set it up.
right? Well, what maybe one day. Right now, he's just excited about you. At least that's what it seemed like. So he's like, I'm his dad, and I'm like, okay, strange person with numbers at the end of their name.
Yeah. I was just like kind of shy, and I like didn't tell anybody I know that I like started like doing streams with friends and like
Yeah,
making like a little bit of content here and there, but
yeah.
but
No,
I guess the cat's out of the bag.
he's a cat. Everyone, he's a cat. No, no. But it was interesting because when I saw you post that clip, I was like, oh, what is this about? And I went through it because I'm always leery of
Mhm.
hearing myself again. Yeah, through the thing because it's like, oh, I sound like this now, don't I? Oh.
Oh, trust me, it was really cringe actually for me listening back to, because I was so nervous actually the first time I was on the show with you, and I could hear that in my voice the whole time. It was just like, ugh.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it didn't really hinder the conversation at all. So it was
No,
like,
and you
all right.
don't, you're not the only one. So congratulations. You're looking forward. Person number 50 right over here. No, but yeah, it was interesting because that's like I don't remember because again I'm having like a person almost every weekday, and it's been interesting. I'm still on this limbo part though because I am there is someone I'd like to get on. and I've been trying to ask, but they told me to ask next week, so I'm going to ask next week because I have a date set aside for them. It's just I don't know if I'll get them on next week. I told him deal. I will ask you next week and we'll go from there. But if it doesn't work out, I can always carry the show myself. It is not that difficult. It's just
Yeah.
having I I feel after doing this raw, I feel like because you doing this in yourself and you're trying to hey Phoenix Electra, you're trying to do this yourself and you see all this stuff. I think having a lot of like a one person a day is probably too much for people.
Oh yeah, I can do that. There's no way.
Oh, hey Dave, is that your dad?
That's my dad there.
Hey, hello, Mr. Dave. How are you, Mr. Dave? He followed me on YouTube, so that was nice. How are you doing, Mr. Dave? He's don't worry, we're not gonna make fun of him very much. He's in it. He's safe where he's at. But yeah, no,
Right on.
because some of my siblings know about my stuff, but I do try to keep a distance because of you always very aware of when someone, a family member or friend, knows you and they accidentally say your real name. I'm just trying to like, yeah, we're gonna try to stay true, but some of my family members know, and yeah, but it's been real interesting doing this. But no, when I was saying I don't think people can handle someone every day, it's more of like on the viewer aspect because stuff just goes a roller coaster and all that stuff. But
Oh sure.
it's been pretty nice to do it, and I'm going to continue to do it. Again, I'm almost finished with June. I have at least one person scheduled for July, and I'm looking to schedule. And I've got more people on the back end. I'm going to schedule. I'm just right now. I'm trying to wait on somebody for like the last week of June because I think next week is full. Yeah, I believe next week I can handle it. Well, sir, we're glad you can handle it because sometimes
Mhm.
people, like HappyMars has said, he's a bit nervous the first time around, but I'm here for the conversation. I can handle it too. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
come on, guys.
No,
That's like,
he's saying he's not going to dox me.
oh, okay.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, basically, that's why my name
Yeah, we
is.
are.
That's why my name is Daramouthe or Dara for short. I think it's easier for people to say Dara because when they say the end part, it's either Daramouthe. It's like I've heard a few people say it right before, but not everyone gets it right. But no, yeah, it's just that thing of where it's not like, ooh, I'm too afraid or whatever because my name is probably not that my actual name is probably not common, but it's more of like it's the moniker, right? It's like a pseudonym. When you have authors
Yeah,
writing a pseudonym or whatever,
like a pen
it's
name.
yeah, a pen name. It's best just to have that for like to keep because you hear the horror stories of content creators when they create stuff or whatever, and
Hmm.
yeah. So I'm trying to keep. It may not last forever, but for right now, it's trying to keep it off as long as possible. Um, but yeah, I mean the more people I have, uh, the more people I have on, it seems to be of interest of how well I can connect them with other people and stuff. But it's more I was just more talking about the viewership thing because it's always a roller coaster on that side. But
Hmm.
I post my shorts every day. Some do well, some don't, and all in all, I'm just enjoying the ride altogether. Because if you don't enjoy it, it gets kind of you know that sort of thing.
Right. Yeah, I mean, the reason I don't use my real face and name is pretty simple. It's because I have a real job and career and life outside of the internet here
Yeah,
that um I not that it would be like necessarily compromised if I was doxxed, but it would complicate things because then I'd probably have to deal with people asking me questions at work about shit, or if I have to watch what I say because I could lose my job over it. It's not something that I'm interested in. So
yeah,
just like, I'm going to keep it separate. I'm going to try to, you know, I'm not super protective of my identity or anything, but I'm not going to just put it out there for everybody.
He's Batman. That's right, kids. He's
All
Batman.
right. Yes, right. Batmars.
Batmars. This summer, the Batman tournament. My Anna name is Smirk Boy. Don't tell anyone.
It's a
Oh
secret.
no!
No, that's the name of his Rumble channel also.
Oh, nice. I'll have to. I'll have to. I think he. Um. B-roll. Yeah, Smirk Dave is what it says because I got
Mhm.
that on my Rumble end. But no, I appreciate it, good sir, and of course you are invited to come on as well sometime if you'd like. I only don't bring on like the debaters or argumentators or negative troll people. That's just about it. Everyone else has an opportunity to come out. It's still difficult though to try to like fish for somebody's like I'm throwing out the line and then you just like with
Right.
now. But yeah, it's almost I believe in August it'll be a year for the streaming factor, and I did not think for 1 second I would even be anywhere of a point to where I'm at now. Like I'm not like 1,000 people, whatever. Regardless, um, but I am at a point where I didn't even think I'd get anyone, right? Because they tell you how hard it is on Rumble, right? They tell you how hard it is on Rumble. No,
Mhm.
YouTube. Sorry, they tell you how hard it is on YouTube. Rumble is its own beast, and when I just started doing the conversational stuff. I mean, I did the gaming and just pre-recorded stuff, but when I started doing conversational stuff, that's when things started to take off. And one person leads to another and another and
Mhm.
another and another, and it's just been like a Spider-Man webbed New York. You know, after a while, it's all covered in webbing and one string, and Spider-Man's like, "I got you now." Um,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's coming. He's coming. Um, but yeah, I can't believe it. I can't believe I'm even
Mhm.
here doing this at all. But I've been surprised every time of how well this works. I mean, well enough, right? I can't
Yeah.
say how well it works because it doesn't always work well, but it works well enough, and that's the and that's the funnier part. Um, but yeah,
I
go ahead. Sorry.
I've got a YouTube channel also, and which I don't post all of the stuff that I make on YouTube, just select things like mostly if I'm concerned about it getting like hit with a strike, I won't post it on YouTube, or if it's too private. But
Yeah.
like even then, like my everything I made, all the clips I've made, have done way better on Rumble than they did on YouTube. And I don't know if that's just because there's so many less content creators on Rumble that it's easier to like get through to people
Yeah.
or what. But
Well, I've posted shorts to YouTube, and I believe for some things they do shadow ban a bit. So there was one I had that was talking about
mm,
CPS. I'm not 100%, but there are some, because they do tell you to hashtag shorts as it's optional, but the hashtag shorts for it to be seen more or seen better, and some shorts do really well. Some shorts are like nothing much at all, and I think there's something in the way of it that the system doesn't like. But if it doesn't do well on YouTube, it can do well on Rumble. Now,
mhm,
of course, we you saw earlier of the algorithm on Rumble getting an update, and that should be hopefully that will help in old stuff getting seen, right? Like old
yeah,
videos and whatnot. Because again, the platform is still small, but
they they just need a section on the front page for the algorithm videos, right? Like, because you'll see them like when you get to the end of a video, and then you'll have like suggested videos in your right
yeah,
pane, and then you'll have like a bunch of videos that are suggested, um, at the end of the video in the little whatever boxes.
yeah,
And it's like that's fucking cool as shit. Like, why don't they put this on their front page? Because like this is what people have been asking for a long time. Is like, I want you to recommend me videos that, you know, people who like the things that I like also watch this, you know, so
Yeah.
you might like this as well. And it's a great way to find new shit.
Yeah, because following a lot of people can clog up your my feed space, right?
Hmm.
And I know people. There are a lot of content creators like just paste, copy and paste YouTube, but I'm like, that's not how it works, and it's not how it should work. I mean, they did need something to recommend videos and stuff, like the recommendation engine, and then of course it's going to change into the personalization engine. But at a certain point, people need to understand is that it's eventually going to get there, but the thought in their head is going to be quite different because they're not behind the scenes. They're not the one coding. They're not the one inputting all this stuff that creates this stuff. Like for me, right? I know a lot of people have asked for a shorts thing, right? All this
Hmm.
stuff. My thing would simply be like you make a new gaming category, right? Or whatever category, you send them that submission. Just make a category that says shorts, right? Or whatever, and
Hmm.
then have it that there, and then just let your recommendation engine take care of the rest, and you're good, right? But I mean, there has to be a time point, right? Like it's not like because I
Hmm.
know some people like they don't want like the 60 seconds, whatever. But I'm like, but that's the point for shorts. While it's sort of for the YouTube side, I understand it's the whole TikTok and all that stuff, but it does make
Yeah.
sense to have a little wheel, right? Which shorts are. The little wheel pays into the bigger wheel, which is the longer form content, right? Like you can
Hmm.
on the YouTube side anyway, you can add where the uh, where that sort of video came from, or that clip came from, or a short clip video, wherever it is came
Yeah.
from, and then you can. And the funny thing too is right is Rumble still has to catch up to having when you add a video to not through Rumble Studios, but when you add a video through the Rumble part itself, you should be able to input a playlist thing from that point because YouTube allows it for their end, right? You've seen that,
Hmm.
right? Where you can make a playlist and you can add it from that upload point, and they don't have that yet. Um, the other stuff, right? Like after you've uploaded your video, you go into that secondary page where it's like you add this extra information, whatever. I'm just like,
Hmm.
that's not necessary, right? That's not necessary. You don't need that. I mean, yes, you have to click the like for those agreement things, but after that, this whole thing of like adding this extra info is not necessary. Have that all on the upload page, and then your next page after that should be the choosing of which goes where. But even then, all that stuff could in essence be contained to one or two pages, not
Yeah.
three. So we'll see if they get there now. But it's all coding stuff, it's all time stuff, it's all testing stuff. It's not going to happen right away. So people are
I,
going to have to, yeah.
for me, like the Rumble uploading videos page is a lot more simple than the YouTube one, just
Mm,
because the YouTube one has so much extra shit put in, like
yeah.
um like AI type stuff. You turn on and off the comments, which I hate. You should always have to have them on.
Yeah.
um, uh, yeah. There's other stuff in there too, but there's like a whole extra page of stuff on the YouTube upload thing that you have to go through whenever you upload a video there.
Mhm.
Geek, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, geek. Well, yeah, because there's four parts to it, right? There's the upload, putting the description and stuff. Then you
Yeah.
have the uh, oh, what was the next part? Then you have this whatever page, and then you have this. No, it's the page of where um, you you're connecting to which video this is coming from. This is what Happy Mars sounds like. Yes, because he's a Happy Mars.
That's
Got
right.
it, guys? But then you have the second part, which allows you to do some extra stuff and connect this short to this stream. right? Or video, or whatever.
Mhm.
I just want to be able to change my username on Rumble when I start posting content. I want the brand as Refuge Day. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Um,
wish they would allow that on Rumble too. That's something that a lot of people are frustrated by. And I think there is a roundabout way to do it, but
yeah.
like it's really dumb. Like you have to like be in a live chat and then like click on your name and or something like that. I don't know exactly. I had my name right from the start, but
Yeah. Well, it's the user channel thing. That should never have to be this bombastic, because it's like you have the user channel, and that's where you have that double thing, right?
Mhm.
It should only need to be one. And I think they're working on it. I think they're trying to, because it's been brought up a few times before. But I do think that it's just tells a hey, oh, I guess you're delivering messages now, are you?
Oh, am I the in between? He was just on the Discord earlier today, I think. So
Oh,
he can tell her himself.
yeah, you can tell them. Yeah, you're a big boy. Come on, get your britches up.
Mhm.
No, but it was funny because it was like there were some chats Geek was being banned from. I was like, or he wasn't showing up, and I was like, what? But then again, I was like,
What?
yeah. But then again, I was like, well, it's their chat, so they get to make the rules. You're shy. Oh yeah, you're shy, all right. Yeah, you're real shy. You're real shy. But yeah, so I saw that post he made. It's like, because I think it was Silver Foxes or Gamer Grills or whatever, and I'm just like, but why is he? But then again, I mean, if someone's not told, I mean, yes, it would be nice, but at a certain point, it's like you may never get the answer, and it's just kind of like dust your sandals off and go, you know.
Yeah.
Because waiting for an answer is like waiting for it to rain in the desert. It's may or may not happen, but you're better off getting out of the desert before you die. So it is what it
Mhm.
is. But yeah, when I saw that, I was like kind of surprised, like, wow, he's really not showing up in their thing, but it's their chat, it's their channel. They make the rules. But anyway, going back to the reason, yeah, well, you know what? As a wise man said, dust yourself off, pick yourself up, and move on forward. It's the
Yeah.
best you can do. Um, but where was I? Oh yeah, the user channel thing is a bit of redundant. I don't. I remember Rick saying it was something like a coding thing, which he before he was even here, that's the way it was set up, and so some of that stuff is hardlined in. Don't know coding very well, so I'm not sure if there's a way around it, but I'm just repeating what I heard. Um, I do think they just need to have like a root right, and then you have these other channels that kind of link back to this root, like again what YouTube does, right? Like you could have
Mhm.
a few other channels under this root space, and you can rename and all this other stuff the channel, but they all converge back onto this root corner. And for Rumble, they seem to still have an issue with that, so hopefully that will change sometime in the future. And there's still a lot of things on Rumble. They're still adding, updating. They just updated the algorithm recommendation engine sort of thing. They've been working on a few other things like the app stuff, because again, everything starts at the web part, and then it trickles down to the app. I know people are like, but it should be everything all at once. I'm like, okay,
Hmm.
first thing first, they are not as big as YouTube or Twitch or whatever. They're probably a couple hundred people, as I think, as far as I know. They're probably
Yeah.
a couple hundred people in Rumble, whereas YouTube has tens of thousands and Twitch probably has thousands. You're you're going to have to understand that this coding thing, if you don't understand it, you are going to get frustrated and you're going to lash out. Totally understandable, but that's where constructive criticism comes in. And you see them on Twitter X, right? You see Rick going
Mhm.
like this, and this. We've noted it on our roadmap and all this stuff, but it's still a lot of people.
Oh, super indifferent. Come on.
I
Oh, you're
back me.
breaking my heart, geek.
I'd be super different. Well, you know what? Maybe he should. You're being little something over here, geek. Yeah. And the stuff thing too is right. Is there are people who don't have 1,000 followers, but they do have a check thing and the
Sure.
verification badge, and they just came out with those who have a verification badge can now do up to 8 days in scheduling, and I'm like, man, should I even try? Even though I don't have 1,000 people, I don't know, but it'd be nice to get
Ah.
verification badge.
I mean, you just pay for it, right? That's what I don't know what it is, like 12, 14 bucks a month or something.
No.
It was
No,
$8 a month.
no. The verified badge. That's the green
Oh,
square
on
thing.
Rumble.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, on Rumble you have to get. I think there's like to get the verified badge. It's like a 1,000 people or whatever. I'm just like I'm not there yet, but I mean there are people who are lower than me who don't have that. So I don't know. I don't know if they'll do it or not.
Hmm. There are smaller creators I've seen that have it than 1,000 followers. I'm certain.
You know it's me, guys. My name's right here.
Yeah.
Hello, you know it's me. It's right here. I have the hat. I have everything. It's on my thumbnails. It's like, well come on. But
Maybe they should make it like 1,000 hours of content instead of 1,000
I don't
followers.
I don't have 1,000 cards. Otherwise, it'd be showing up on my YouTube end, which again I use that for the analytics. Not too much because of course it's different analytics, but they do have a form of analytics. And honestly,
Okay.
I just look at the up and down of the analytics. I'm like, oh, so this thing worked. Oh, I don't do that. I really don't. It's just fun to look at once in a while and maybe see the subscriber, number tick up. But I'm just looking at it for like, ooh, shiny colors, and then I go back to trying to do what I've been doing because it seems to be working. So why would I change it, right?
Yeah.
If it's what's the saying? If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know some people say, but if you want to attract more, if you want to do more, it's like no. If I want to attract more people, I will continue to be myself. The thing that has brought people on before.
Yeah.
Some people may not like me. Some people will. But the thing of it is that the conversation, and part of it is the pay it forward stuff as well, but the conversation is the draw. That's where I instead of it just the face, right? Because I'm not that handsome, but I want the conversation to be the draw. I want them to, when they come in, like you did, right? Last time you were a little nervous, a little anxiety, whatever, but now you're just like, yeah, forget this guy. It's like, who the fudge is this guy? Get me off this. But yeah, I know it's an uphill battle, like every day of trying to build my credibility to just get on more different, because like every month, like it's still a thing where I have to ask, but it's like now I want to get months ahead, but not everyone knows where they're going to be months ahead, so sort of like I have to do it month by month. But my thing is to fill each month till the end of the year, because if I can do that, maybe how to stream in universe. I'll leave that to you, Geek, because you seem to take off your shirt more. I'll leave that to you.
Yeah. I'd be one of those people paying Geek to put his shirt back on.
Someone did when he was on here and he took his shirt off. Hans Diamond Gamer paid $1 to put his shirt back on. I was like, well, there you go. You paid to put the money and put it back on. So there
but
you
Geek
go.
is so shy. Didn't you say that? He's shy.
Yeah, he's so shy. He's so shy, but his nipples are out. I don't know if that's still shy or not.
Oh, we love you, Geek.
Yeah. No, but he's been using. I've started to see an uptick in a lot of people using Rumble Studios more, which is great. It's still have issues, especially if you want people who are using StreamYard for their stuff to use Rumble Studios. You kind of need to keep updating it, but I do think it's going to get, again, Rumble Studios is going to be their golden egg, because StreamYard, Restream, they rely on those businesses, right? Because that's all they have. With Rumble, that's not the case. Now, it's not free for them. It's free for us, but it's not free for them. But for StreamYard, that's their only business. What are they going to do when someone like Rumble comes in and can update, upgrade, and get themselves better? again, obviously, it's not the best right now, but sooner or later, all it takes is time. All it
Hmm.
takes is time to test, retest, and all this stuff. Well, no, you're welcome, Geek. We think you're cool too.
There'll
Just keep your
probably
shirt.
be people in the future who use Rumble Studio who don't even stream on Rumble, just because it gives you the ability to stream to so many different platforms now, from what I've heard.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I mean, I believe they just added the kick side,
yeah.
um, and what was it? And so there's that. I thought Kick was already on there because there's already some on Rumble Studios that when you add the location, it's just a toggle switch, right? Like YouTube
Hmm.
toggle switch. All you do is toggle it, done. You're just connecting yourself to that the first time around, right? You enter your information and all this stuff, and then you're connected for good. Unless something changes, then you have to re-update.
Hmm.
But yeah, I and especially with the addition of OBS and StreamYards, again, it's still not perfect, but it is getting there. It is getting there, and I do wholly think that especially now that in Rumble Studios, if you get a donation, it'll be in the thing there, and especially on Rumble itself, you'll be able to read any donations, whatever on the back end. Back end of Rumble still needs work and all that stuff, but for right now, Rumble Studios, just Rumble Studios, it's getting better, and I believe it will become Rumble's golden egg because it's just
Hmm.
I know people want it to be the end all stream place, but with the advent of the use of OBS and Streamlabs, it more like will be a compatibility factor, and then some just tweaks and upticks here and there. So that's what
Hmm.
I don't know, but did you see what Rick asked about the watermark thing? Right? Did you see that?
No, I
Uh,
didn't. Is
uh,
that the Rumble watermark on
yes, the
all?
Rebel Studios watermark. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I noticed it's not on your stream. But
Uh,
I did see the Rumble watermark on
what?
like Scott Adams'
It's
stream and stuff.
no, it's not. It's not on either end anymore.
Yeah.
What? Oh, you know what? I bet you it's because I know this stuff was mentioned earlier, but maybe it's because I'm paying the pro package.
Okay.
But nothing's. I didn't notice that until now. It's like the Rumble Studios thing is not up there right now, so
Hmm.
I'm wondering if they just changed it to something. So if you're not paying for a pro package, let me know. If you because I'm paying for a pro package, I'm paying for the lowest one, which is $10, right? And doing that means you can set your stuff up 72 hours in advance, and of course ad free viewing, which is great because I don't want to use. I want to support Rumble as best as possible, even with the rant stuff. But yeah, if you don't have pro package, I'm not talking to you, HappyMars, but anyone in
Right.
general watching on Rumble, if you do stream with Rumble Studios, if you're not paying for a pro package but you're using it, let me know because right now I am not seeing Rumble Studios the watermark on any end. So that's new. That wasn't there yesterday, or it was there yesterday, but it's not there today. And I'm like,
Mm,
ooh, nice.
that's nice.
Oh, yeah. So if because that was the thing, he was asking me if paying for the if you were paying for the watermark. No, the pro package. I've had the pro package for quite some time. It's just that the watermark is not showing up on either the Rumble side or YouTube side, and it was doing that yesterday. So I wonder if that's going to be tied to the pro packages. I don't know. All I'm saying is I have a pro package, and maybe it's tied to it. That's just my best guess. But I'm getting the lowest pro package is like $10, and it's like it's it helps support Rumble, and also I get free ad viewing.
Yeah.
But they needed to add more to it because it wasn't. Yeah.
Do you have the ability to do the ad reads in the
Yes.
middle of your stream now?
Yes, but you can only do one per stream.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Well,
that was because there's a content creator I follow, D-Day Cobra, and he was talking.
Jeremy. Yeah.
Yeah, Jeremy. He was talking about, oh, I'll look into using Rumble Studios and all this stuff. I'm like, yeah, Jeremy, you said that last time. The last time he said that, it ended up being like, Rumble's UI sucks. Everything about Rumble, and all that stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, sure.
I was there for that
Yeah.
schizo breakdown of his or whatever. That was so funny.
My thing is that try it. Dear Lord, D-Day Cobra once. I ranted him a few times, like, just try it once. You have a team who takes care of all that stuff for you. Just try it once. If
Mhm.
it works well for you, if it's much smoother than using Restream or this and that or whatever, use it. If it isn't, you spent no money whatsoever using it.
Right.
The ad read, the ad read part is what's going to drive more people to use Rumble Studio. Now, will they still have trouble with it? Of course. But the end of the day, use it. No, he was asking about that. That was the question: is would you like the watermark removed? You paid for it, and I'm like, yes. I mean, make that part of the pro packages because I'm already paying for the pro packages. Obviously there are certain levels, but you do want there to be something with those pro packages because right now there isn't. There's some just useless stuff other than the ad-free viewing. But for me, the watermark, because you know StreamYard, right? You know StreamYard, the free one, you get the watermark. If you pay for like the monthly or whatever, you get the watermark removed, but it's expensive at the base level per month. $10 a month, should be able to get that watermark removed, should the 3-day setup or whatever, and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm willing to, I can't go up to 25 because that's a lot more, but at least for now. But for me, I'm just like, I hope there are levels to the pro packages because then that gives incentive to pay for the pro package, just like the memberships. Once they get more for the memberships on Rumble, then that'll be more incentive and all that stuff. It's just a time factor. It is just a time factor, and I hope they get there. I really do. But yeah, the thing with Rick today was asking that question. I'm like, yes, double yes. Other people saying there needs to be more other stuff with Rumble Studios, but I'm like, look, for me, I'm basic. There's not much I need from it other than what I use, and you've seen that. I mean, I'm pretty basic. You've already saw my thumbnail stuff. I am very basic.
Yeah.
I'm more basic than probably what you do for your stuff. But yeah, I really do think if they could tie the watermark removal on Rumble Studios to the pro packages will get its thing. Rumble Studios will get a thing. It's all the synergy. Rumble Studios, Rumble Cloud, Rumble Player, whatever. The synergy. Once you have enough synergy, it's like Apple. Apple has that ecosystem, that synergy. And when it has that synergy, it works well together. A lot of people will complain about Apple. Your words are your own. It doesn't matter to me because you'll do what you will. But the synergy, the ecosystem.
Yeah, exactly. The ecosystem. Once you're locked into the ecosystem, then you don't know how to live without it because it does all these different things for you. Like
simplistic, intuitive, and smooth. You try that with Android, and there's these different pockets. There's these different pockets of different flavors. Wow, that's just geek. No, no, geek. I'm sorry. I'm gonna put it like this: drop those likes like Geek does for a shirt. he dropped it like it's hot every time. But yeah, it's just that that was wrong, Geek. No, I don't condone it. Those poor children. It's not as bad as like when Family Guy did that Dumpster Baby musical.
Oh, that was great. I love the Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode where they find a dumpster baby and they name him Dumpster Baby.
Oh no.
Or DB for short.
Oh, oh, I because it's true. There are people who do that, and I just feel there was a story I saw where a garbage guy was collecting the garbage from those alley ones, and then he was lucky. There was he was going about to dump it in, and then all of a sudden he saw he I think it was either hear something or he saw something. He saw, he went to go check it out, and he saw a baby in there. It's like, oh snap. Um, there was another story where a baby was left in a cardboard box on the
Mm,
side of the road, wrapped up in this blanket, and I think it was close to blue, and they thought it was dead, but they were of course able to, um, you know, bring it to life or whatever. They were able to
yeah.
get it help. It's just those stories are true, and it's just like, it's awful. It really is. And that's a bring down for everyone else. But yeah, it's. Ugh. But no, I'm glad. I'm glad Rumble is getting better. I'm glad there's a synergy building between its products because again, Rumble Studios, once it gets better and better and better, it's going to become a powerhouse that StreamYards and Streamlabs are going to have a tough time. Now, obviously, people are still going to use Streamlabs because they want they don't want the percentage taken out of their pay or the whatever donation they get. But I'm like, for right now, Rumble
Mm,
seems to have a pretty good deal on the rant cut and all the other stuff, and of course the
yeah.
monthly sub, which is 100% creator. It's just they need to add extra stuff for the monthly sub to still be um, viable, because that's the issue right now, is it's not viable.
Hmm.
But anyway, so are you Zatrius's like official clipper, or you just do
I'm
that for fun?
I'm not an official anything actually.
Mm,
Any titles I have are self-assigned, so maybe I am her first subscriber, and probably most consistent viewer. Um, but like I just took the uh basically I wanted to see clips of Zatris and see art of Zatris, and it just didn't exist. So I was like, well, if it's gonna exist, I'm gonna have to make it myself. So I started trying to make AI art of her,
yeah,
and then moved to making AI assisted art, and then clipping her streams, which I've been doing for a little while. I don't know,
yeah.
um, month or two, and it's been a lot of fun actually. I've been learning how to edit photos and videos and stuff is just really cool.
Nice. Yeah, and
Yeah.
you get the skills along that way, but for me it's just like it's I'm using these technologies like Opus.pro and Canva, and they just make the process a little easier for me because I'm not spending hours upon. I mean, I am spending to some degree some hours because like I still go through the shorts and edit in a degree. I still go through the thumbnails and kind of like, is this good? This good? This good? I mean, I am very basic at this stuff. It it is not professionally done. This is not like professional feng shui stuff. This is basic. If it looks good to me, I thought you legally own that. Oh, he's probably talking about you. Oh.
I've been around her community for so long that I can kind of see why you might think that, but no.
Yeah, and the funny thing was, I had her on, and the last time, and I went into her because I think you were there too. I went to her Discord.
Hmm.
Man, she was telling me the story how she provides NSFW stuff for her, or at least she tried it with AI art for her avatar character design.
Yeah,
Like, wait, what?
yeah, she did it once.
But she did it once. I thought she did it more than that one time. I was
Mm,
like, oh, okay,
nah, no, the rest of us on the Discord do most of the looting.
yeah, the Rule 34 stuff. Yeah, I get you.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, that's pretty cool. I do want to. I personally want to try and get more different VTuber type people on, but it's hard to breaking those, not breaking the circles, but just get into those areas because a majority of them on Twitch, YouTube, it's whatever. But I'll
Mm,
still try. I'll still try. Because again, it's all I am is one connection away from somebody who's connected to this person, and bada bing, bada boom, I can have that. Get another VTuber on because I've had Pixel Kittens, I've had Zatris, I've had Coast Chan, I've
mhm.
had Hora Murata. That's sort of 50-50 right there. And I would like to do more, but yeah, it's just being patient and just keep other people, and just see where it goes.
Very cool. Yeah, I was on Coast Stream a week ago tonight. Actually, just talking about NASCAR. This is a lot of
Nice.
fun. I love NASCAR. I love Formula One and to a lesser extent IndyCar.
Yeah.
But yeah, racing is awesome. Best sport, in my opinion,
Best
hands
sport
down.
until you, best sport until you die.
Oh yeah,
we all
you can
remember
die in any sport though. So
that is true. I've seen a man try to dunk a basketball, and it was the severed head of his comrades.
he is dunking the head of his comrade, or
He was
or
dunking the. No one knows where it came from, but when it came to make the hoop, it was the head of his comrade.
Ooh. Well, if it was a communist, then I'd say based.
I said comrade, not comrade. I said the
That's what
comrade.
communists call each other, comrade.
You can call your like camaraderie. Camaraderie is a word for friends and all that stuff.
Yeah, I feel like the communists have kind of like taken that word though.
Don't be a communist. All right, stop it. Stop it.
Should we take it back? Should we take back comrade?
No, I comrade was never taken away. Comrade was always there, like Conrad, but with an M. Uh, but anyway, it's the top of the hour, good sir, and you know how it goes. So go ahead and promote
Mm.
yourself, and I'll do the same after.
I am Happy Mars. I am at Happy Mars 24 on Twitter X.
Mm.
I am. I have.
Yes.
I I have a Rumble channel, Happy Mars, and a YouTube channel also
Mm,
called Happy Mars.
mm.
Username Happy Mars 24 on YouTube. So if you find me anywhere, it's either going to be Happy Mars or Happy Mars 24 are my usernames. But yeah, I make clips. Most of my clips are of Zatris streams, but I also have a clip
Nice.
of our last appearance together here.
Mm.
And my latest video was a tour of my off-grid uh, setup that I'm living at for the summer. So check it
Nice.
out.
That's pretty awesome. And yeah, like I said, I saw that clip you posted of when you were on, and that was pretty interesting. Like, I don't know if I should listen to it. I'm not one for hearing my voice, and I was like, all right, see you there, geek. Have fun. Um, but yeah, so that was interesting, and thank you for that. All right, so this is a two for folks. I'll try to make it sort of sweet as possible because I know it gets boring after I try to do an essay of this stuff. So anyway, I stream to both YouTube and Rumble at Daramouthe. I also have a Discord account at Daramouthe, but that's mostly for DMing. I have a Twitter fan account at Daramouthe, Twitter X fan account. I also have an email. Again, all of that is in the link tree down below. If you wanna have the same opportunities Happy Mars as Geek as so many people you've seen on before, the door is open. Go to any of those links, whether it be my email, Twitter X, whatever, or leave a comment on YouTube or Rumble, and we can get started. It's that simple, that easy. I don't want to have to do a long essay spouting, like have a whiteboard and say this is where you go, this is the data, and all this stuff. No, the door is open. If you want to come on, these are the places to go to, or leave a comment on YouTube or Rumble, and we can get started because it's just that easy. Now, I'm not looking for arguments. I'm not looking for debates or those negative trolls that just don't want to have a conversation. I'm looking for people who want to have a conversation. So if you want to have a conversation about whatever, because you've seen me and Happy do that this past time and now, the door is open. Anyway, the second portion of this matter is engagement. Look, I know You've heard your YouTubers say it time and again: share, like, and subscribe, because that's the mantra they yell. They speak either in the middle or at the end or whatever. Look, if I want to have more and different people on to share this stuff with them, I have to be seen more. Yeah, I know. Silly stuff, stupid stuff, I know. But at the end of the day, it's the only way. It's the only way I'm going to get more other people on. My connection with other people like HappyMars, Zatrius, all this, it helps. The pay it forward helps, but being seen helps as well. And I really am I'm trying to build up to where my credibility, my name won't require me as much to go out there and ask somebody to come on. They'll just ask and say, I heard the door is open that I can come on. May I come on, and we can go from there. That's where that will help. But in order to have more people on, I've got to have help with engagement and so on and so forth. So whether it's a like, whether it's a comment, whether it's a follow, whether it's sharing the stuff, whether it's all of it, whether it's just one of it doesn't matter. Anything you do to help me get seen by whatever person out there would like to have the opportunity to come on, it helps tremendously. And fantastically wonderful it helps. And you guys can be a part of that. So again, it's part of the ordeal. I don't like saying it much because I know how annoying it got to me when I would hear all these content creators, but I understand why they do it. So anything you can do to help can make this process much easier and much more fluid. And you get to be a part of that journey in those people coming on. Because again, I'm doing the majority of the work, asking them on and all that stuff. And then you guys get to sit, relax, and enjoy the conversation with the person. So, but yeah, anything helps. So thank you guys for that. I know it gets annoying after a while, but it is what it is. But yeah, it's been an interesting time indeed. And so, how often are you streaming per se, or are you just posting pre-recorded stuff?
Uh, geez, I only the only time I'm ever streaming is when I'm coming and hanging out with my friends, say
Mm.
you and Zatrist and Coast. Um, or uh, that's yeah. So that's pretty much it for my streaming. Um, but on my own channel, it's just videos,
Mm.
just clips. So I don't know if I'm gonna ever be a streamer, honestly,
Right.
because I have other things that I like to do.
Yeah.
Um, so just but just being a part of the Rumble community is just awesome because everybody is so super cool and super nice, and we all have so much in common. Um, that it's just a really really cool community.
Yeah, and I do. I mean, it's not without its faults, though. I mean, you of course remember probably know about the whole list thing that happened a while back,
Yeah,
where
that was all fake though.
yeah, but it's no thing or whatever is without its drama or whatever it is, and whether it's fake or not, it still starts something that doesn't end forever. There's still
Mhm.
remnants there throughout time. It's just Rumble is not infallible. It is very fallible, and I think creators of that platform should be cautious, because it still has issues of, like, there's no report button, people restream other people's content or whatever,
Mhm.
and that can be an issue in itself. So, but again, time will tell, and all it takes is time to get things better. So, um, regardless, though, I am gonna still stream to both YouTube and Rumble because I'm building my safety net. You know how it goes.
Mhm.
And of course, you have all your stuff on both ends, which is great. Um, because I really do think personally that multi-platforming is going to have to be the thing for content creators going forward, because one platform is not going to meet your needs,
Mhm.
and it shouldn't. Not that I know of
Yeah,
that, but
I mean, for me, I don't put everything on YouTube. Just and if I was streaming, I would be hesitant to stream on YouTube. First of all, just because there's there's not of commitment to freedom of speech on YouTube like there is on Rumble, and like even stupid jokes that we make all the time could get us banned off of YouTube super easily. You know, so I mean, when I am on YouTube, I I do try to behave myself. Not
Yeah. No, no, sorry. Understandable.
not advocate for any violence. Not that I would anyway, or drop any slurs or anything like that. That
You
type of
mother.
stuff.
You're a big. No, I've told people, like, you know what, because I stream to YouTube and I have to do the whole thing, but I'm like, I'll give you 98% of the field. All I ask is for the 2%. And the 2% is really just like no big camera words, that sort of thing. But you can curse up a storm. I don't care.
Yeah.
Because it's not, the thing of it is that's why I stream to two platforms, not just the one, because I feel like you'd be an idiot just streaming to one platform because of the whole all eggs in one basket sort of thing. It's just, why would you
Mhm.
handicap yourself? I mean, technically there are people out there that call them transable and they handicap themselves. I'm like, why are you an idiot? But nobody listens to me, so
Trans disabled, or they want to some people that's a thing, or they would literally blind themselves or cut off a limb just because in some sick twisted way that's how they see themselves and in the modern world, instead of fixing what's wrong with you mentally. Because if you want to cut off your arm or gouge your eyes out, there's something fucking wrong with your head, not with your eyes, your arm, right?
yeah.
But but the doctors will say, "Oh wow, we've got to affirm you."
Yeah, at that point, I might as well call myself a doctor, because if you're willing to give them that kind of advice, I might as well just say, "Yeah, I'm a doctor too." That's a joke. For everyone who doesn't know that.
Sure. Oh yeah, doctors can be horrible. Like the way they just they won't give it to you straight. They won't tell people look, you're unhealthy and you're gonna die. Um, but then the people will go on social media and get on Twitter and saying, "Oh, my doctor told me." He was shaming me for being a fat slob and having horrible habits, and it's like, well, that's your problem. It's like, oh, they should have just given me a pill and told me everything's gonna be fine, patted me on the head, and it's like that's horrible. That's not what someone who actually cares about your actual health would do.
Nope,
You know?
nope. And of course, I've had high cholesterol issues. It's just kind of working on the natural side of things, and they're trying to get me going a high cholesterol pill. I'm like, I know there's that risk of doing the natural way, but if I continue showing that my numbers are going down, your argument is kind of lame. And
Hmm.
I'm just gonna keep doing that, because once you get started on that medication, there is no, it's like with thyroidism. If you get started on that medication, and there's a way to do it, but it's very difficult. We have to be strict about your eating stuff. But would you rather take medication for your life, or would you rather be in control enough that even if you slip up a bit, you'll still be
Hmm.
fine? And I think people need to take their health back, and not. I'm not saying not go to the doctor, but I'm also not saying you should wholly trust the doctor, because they're in the money. The hospital's in the money business, right?
Yeah.
Is it about taking care of your health, or is it about how much can we sell this person on pills and stuff because a vendor's offering us money for it and all that jazz?
Yeah.
But what
I
do I
would I wouldn't tell people to not listen to their doctor or anything. Like if their doctor is saying, look, you have hypertension, you need to go on this, you know,
Yeah.
this this a blood pressure medication or something, then it's like, oh, okay, well, maybe you should actually do that until you actually at least have your health back in your own hands.
Yeah.
Don't take antidepressants though, man. Uh,
Yeah.
my doctor gave me antidepressants and I didn't even question it.
Yeah.
And it was to deal with um, health issues that were being caused by my anxiety.
Mhm.
But antidepressants come with their own host of issues on so even though you may fix something on the back end, you're
Mhm.
gonna have to be dealing with impotence if you take antidepressants. It's a very
Yeah.
common thing.
Mhm.
Or fucking you lose the ability to like even feel anything a lot of the times when you're on an antidepressant. So like you won't feel like highs of happiness or sadness. You'll just kind of be going through your day and just, uh, kind of just a drone. And
Yeah.
it's not a good way to go through life, I don't think, because
No.
life is full of pain and ups and downs and everything. And, don't make yourself a robot just to deal with it.
What do you mean? Ah, ah. But no, you're not wrong. And you hear about the stuff of people EOLing themselves, which is a computer term, which is end of life.
Mm,
Computer term. Um, but you hear people EOLing themselves, and it's just I mean, there's one side of the faction where people say, oh, you got more to live for and all this stuff, but you're not really give them a good enough reason. And you're not really solving the issue of why they're taking this approach in their life and saying it's just not enough anymore or whatever. You're not really solving the internal issue, which is the question they keep asking themselves is, why am I here? What is my purpose and all this stuff?
mm-hmm,
And I think that the only way you can do it is, well, one of the few ways to do it is obviously you either try to self journey, therapy if you want to go that route, or just having conversations with others and just picking up bits and pieces of those conversations, like, so this is the world as a whole, and try to discern something from that. I mean, it's the world is too wide and varied to take one path and say this is the end all be all, because it's not usually.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Not that I know any better, but that's from
Hmm.
what I've learned.
Getting your shit right is a lifelong process that everybody never stops working on.
Yeah.
You know, so we're always gonna have our issues,
You know.
and always be trying to work through them. Yeah, thus is life.
Yeah, and for me, right, again with the conversational aspect, you begin to realize how small your thinking can be when you get stuck in that entrapment of EOLing oneself, uh, because you're in a headspace where the world is condensed to just you, when it's far, far beyond that. It is
Hmm.
far beyond that. It is far beyond you. Now, obviously, you could get very existential crisis about it, obviously, but when you're able to take a step back and say, this world is too big for me to be so condensed, so impacted, you know
Hmm.
it should be beyond that point. And I think they're just different approaches to find the answer you're looking for. There is no person who can give you that answer, but there are many ways to find the answer. It's just not
Sure.
all of them are good.
It's gonna be different for everybody. Like, I mean, for me personally, like what helped me a lot is backpacking. Like, I am an outdoorsman. I was talking about a little bit on stream how I'm living off grid in a tent right now for the summer, but
Nice.
like backpacking for me and camping, getting outdoors in general is
Mm.
just a great way to like um, to and when you're like out in the wilderness alone or just with your dogs or whatever, there's no getting away from it. So you have to think about stuff, and you get to see the wider world around you, and it kind of puts things in perspective a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. When you're able to expand yourself a bit, you begin to realize, like, wow, my world felt so small until I got outside of it.
Yeah,
Mm, but
exactly. You see a whole wide world out there. It's not just you in your room and being miserable,
yeah,
you know.
yeah, and that's the funny thing is about that, is that feeling miserable is awful, but I mean, sorry, when life, um, when no one's your parents can't really give you a directional guide on, what I should do with it. You kind of have to find the answer for yourself. Some people say go to college, which, as we know now, college is kind of useless to some degree. It's like
Mhm.
I put it at 90% useless, 10% useful, because of course there are the degrees like doctorate and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, um, you're just wasting hundreds of thousands of dollars on something that like liberal arts or whatever that really doesn't make sense to have.
Mhm.
And yeah, and college just becomes this, especially when you can find like college classes or whatever on YouTube, and you can learn about the subject they're teaching it for the moment, and you're just like, so this is free. The doctors put up their, or not doctors, but the professors put up their
Mhm.
theses and all this stuff, and you just why? Why is college the way it is? Well, we've kind of allowed it to be, honestly, but
Yeah.
we haven't transitioned away from that, thinking that with the technology we have now, we're far beyond. Right now with our
Mhm.
phones and stuff, you're connected to the biggest academia there ever has been, and it's worldwide.
Yeah.
Worldwide. Um,
If you want to do something or learn how to do something, like there's no reason that you have to go to college for it. But really, college is just about getting the piece of paper, right? Getting that
but
that degree that says that you're qualified or whatever. But like I work in construction, and
nice.
most of the jobs in construction, a degree wouldn't even be helpful for.
Yeah.
If anything, you're going to learn a bunch of shit in college that's going to hurt you
Yeah.
once you get into the construction business.
And construction relies more on personal experience of working in the field of whatever it
Yeah.
is. There's different points in the construction, right? People who lay the cement, electrical, all that stuff, but
Yeah.
it's still going to rely on a variance of experience that you're not going to fully get from going to college, because again, college is very limited in the experience it teaches. It's theory, books, whatever,
Hmm.
interning, which is free work for some people, um, or majority of those who go to college. Well, you're saying I'm not getting paid? Yeah, that's basically what we're saying. God
Hmm.
dang
No,
it.
if you work in construction or if you want to get into it, though, you actually get paid to learn. You either an apprenticeship. If you get an apprenticeship, you normally get paid pretty good. Um, or you can just get a normal job. Just helping somebody out and then work your way up.
Yeah,
which is what I did. I started out uh, uh, just um, doing um, like steel fabrication, basically machining,
nice.
um, and welding and stuff. And then
Mm.
I worked my way up into a sales position eventually, and I've been doing that for a long time.
What is that? What are you selling? Is that like selling construction stuff, or what? What do you mean by that remark?
So it's a lot of um, basically. So the the trade that I'm in construction is fire protection,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
Yeah. So what I handle is basically the customer will come to me with a design or whatever for
mm,
the blueprint for a building, and they'll say, okay, I need all the materials to put in our fire suppression system for this. And
mm,
like, okay, I'll put it all together, I'll handle all the logistics, I'll make sure it all winds up on the job site the day that they arrive so that they're ready to go.
nice.
Hmm. So that's where I'm at. That's what I do for a
Mm,
living.
interesting. And it's like you're talking on the building plan sort of thing, like where
Yeah.
extinguishers go, where the extinguished parts go, and all that stuff. Well, that's not bad at all.
It's
Yeah.
mostly the fire sprinkler part
Oh,
that
the
I
fire
handle.
sprinkler part.
Yeah.
I'm dancing in the rain. Yay! You're an
Hmm.
idiot. Um,
But yeah, I'd handle that stuff as well. It's just a smaller part of it.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, that is part of the construction, and it's an important one to be honest, because if your system doesn't work well,
Right. Then the
whoops.
rest of the building burns
Yeah.
down. You know, you have a little bit of water damage in one room, or you can have the entire building burn down. You know, and
So, Bob, why is the building burned down? Well, I have a few theories for you, but you may not like them. I'm really interested in hearing this, but I think I might know the answer to this one. Well, there was a goblin, right? Oh dear Lord, please, not again.
these
No, that
goddamn goblins.
these goddamn goblins coming out of the word work and clogging up the pipes, taking pipes for them coppers, and all that stuff. But yeah, it's I can't imagine you've dealt with very many friendly customers.
Most of my customers are awesome. They're
Oh, that's
they're
good.
salty earth, down to earth people. You know.
That's good. I'm just imagining the people you deal with is like, get your over here. It's like, well, all right, let's continue that.
No, it's my customers are great. It's the HR department in my own company that I have to worry about.
Oh, yeah, that's a funny thing to me. Is like I get why there's an HR because you kind of need the referee, but an HR department is sort of like, ooh, it's sort of like the brown recluse. You know where it's at, you know where it is, but once it calls in the office, you have a 50-50 chance of getting killed. Not actually, it's just a metaphor, but it does feel like that though, where you're just like, oh great, what'd I do this time? It almost feels like that when you go to your boss's office too. It's like, oh great, what'd I do?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, they're giving you the list of everything you did, and you're just nodding like based, based, based. What was the problem here?
what's what's going on? I was speaking the truth. Can I not speak the truth? Well, you can't speak the truth like that. It's like, is it not the truth, or it's like you just gotta remember,
Yeah, yeah. No, I came to a head with them during COVID.
Oh
And
goodness.
yeah, and let's just say like after that, it was just like my boss like begged me not to like antagonize them anymore.
F you, F you all, F
It's
you
like,
all.
it's like, yeah, it's like, look, I understand what you're saying, and he actually agreed with me. It was like, look, you can't be antagonizing corporate, anymore. The big company, you know. But like, yeah, when you come to work for a large corporation for long enough, you kind of just see it like Dilbert.
Yeah,
I was a big fan of the Dilbert comics forever, and
yeah,
yeah. And then it's like, oh great, now I work for one of these companies. But whatever. They
yeah,
actually they take good care of me, so it's like, I can't be too mad at them.
yeah. It's just the incompetence in a business is highly. I have worked for many different companies. One was a nonprofit. Well, two were nonprofit. The thing of it is, though, is that the one thing, and it happens in all business, is communication.
Mhm.
Communication is like the last thing on the list, and yet it's supposedly the most important thing ever. There was one place I worked at where they developed a what is it, the like ALB or whatever, and it has like each letter has a word on it, or I can't remember what they call that. Um,
Yeah, businesses love acronyms.
yeah, they love acronyms. They sound fun and floaty, but they can't really follow them very well. It's sort of like they only follow it
Mhm.
when it affects their bottom line. When it doesn't affect their bottom line, they're like, nah, 50-50. But yeah, communication has always been that one. It's
Mhm.
like, well, they're not communicating to us. They're not communicating to us. And you have these different departments at each other's throat. And it's like, you guys know you have several ways of communicating with each other. It's like, well, we got the information last, especially if you're dealing with um, a company, a part of the company that's in another state far away, and they're not like right there, and you're waiting on an email or whatever. It's just like, come on, and it's just, ugh, mm-mm, nope.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't get it. I don't get it. What makes communication so hard to get it done right, and yet every single time it's like they didn't tell us this, they didn't tell us that. La la la. It's like you did you ask? Did you follow up? Did they follow up with you? I mean, it's why you have a paper trail
Hmm.
because they can't retaliate. I mean, they can't try to retaliate, but they can't fully retaliate against you if you have a paper trail that says, yeah, the ball was in your court and you dropped that ball hard. And like, no, was it? It's a perfect example.
Uh-huh.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like, why? Why am I seeing this dumb thing keep coming up again and again and again and again and again and again? It it's like no business seems to get it right. They just can't get that mark of communication. You can email someone, you can text someone, you can phone call someone. I mean, the only part is when you're trying to deal with corporate because you have to get something from them, and they're like, no, 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 just figure it out. Just figure it out on your own. It's like
Mm.
we have rules and stuff to follow. What you guys need to? It's like, no, 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 figure it out. What?
That's the way it works in the real world, man. Like, so that always happens, though. It always happens. Corporate will like they'll pay like um some person to like come in and like come up with this way that of how we're all gonna do things, and then
Yeah.
and then we all have to sit through a little bit of training, and then like we go back out into the warehouse and we do things exactly the way we did them before, you know, and nothing changes.
Let's watch a 10-minute video clip about what we're supposed to be doing, and the videos from 1990. And just like, where's the
Mm,
update? People back in the day were so worried about Y2K that they're still using stuff from that decade.
right.
I'm just like, can we update our stuff a bit? Is it a little difficult? And it's like, my boss is an a-hole. That's right.
He is an
Some
asshole.
some bosses bosses are a butthole. Some bosses are a butthole. I like saying butthole better because it just makes sense to you. Um, but hold on, trying to see. But yeah, I just say butthole because it's better. I mean, it's sort of like, wow, why would you say that? Why can't you say a-hole? I can say a-hole, but it sounds funnier when I say butthole. My boss is a butthole. So why not say it? Not to his
Yeah.
face, but
I mean, you just did, technically.
my
That's
boss is a
that's the part
butthole.
he's not saying. He is his own boss.
Oh, he is. Oh. So what you're saying is, Mr. Davis, you are the butthole.
That's
Okay,
right.
understand. I am the butthole. Goo goo joob. Oh goodness. You just walk every day and you tell your dad, Dad, how's it feel to be the butthole? It's like, no, 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 no. You don't say it like that. It's like, it's funny to me. I'm gonna say it like that. Who's the butthole now?
Worse things to be than an asshole, honestly.
Yeah, I know. I know why people say it, but it's like butthole's funnier. Because it just
Yeah.
when you say it, it's like pucker up. But anyway, it's like, do you need an enema? Because it's what sounds like what you need today. Goodness. Someone needs, yeah. When you say that, it's like, man, someone sounds like they need a suppository, and they're asking you what's a suppository. And you say, if you don't know, then you're not that bad. But if I need to tell you, then you're bad.
Yeah.
you you try to tell your boss he needs an enema, and he's like, what the hell does that mean? It's like, you'll find out. You'll find out. Hey, Squishy Banana. How's it going,
What's up,
Mr.
buddy?
Squishy Banana? Look, there he is. He's come. He's come again, the Squishy Banana. Peanut butter jelly time. That's right, kids. I wish it was easier to make mods on Rumble, but yeah, it's difficult right now.
You can't just like click on people's names and say make them a mod.
Nope, not on Rumble. You have to go to the back end, which is the freaking ridiculous part. But It is what it is for right now. It's gonna get there. It's just not now. Um, but yeah, that'd be so hilarious. You just say like, because I mean, again, at a certain age, we all get a colonoscopy, so it's not like, you know, anything too far off. But
Oh, I mean, an enema is different than a colonoscopy.
well, not really. One's just liquid. One's just a pipe cleaner at that point.
Right. Yeah, I mean, both involve something going up your ass.
And at that point, it is your boss, so maybe he is a suppository. When you're your own boss and you say you have you say you're the butthole, says, well, I guess I'm my own suppository then, aren't I? Just stick right up there. Yeah. But yeah, business and all this stuff, I get it, but it's just like, you mother truckers are the reason your business doesn't do well, because you trip over each other like a bunch of monkeys getting that last gold banana, and like, and it's just like, guys, can we grow up a little bit? Can we? And it's always about the bottom line. Whatever company tells you it's not about the bottom line, it's about the bottom line, and the bottom line is money. Basically.
I had a boss once that was like very explicit about that. We had a big meeting. It was this back when I was a teenager. I was working in fast food, and we had everybody show up to a meeting, and she was like, "Okay, everybody, why are we here?" And some people were like, to make customers happy." And I was just like, "We're here to make money." And my boss points, it's like, "Yep, you got it. That's right. That's the only reason why anybody's here. Is because we need to make money."
That's perfect answer, because it's quick, because you get these businesses like, it's about the family. We're getting the family together. We're getting all this. It was like, no. You are not family. I mean, if something happens, a burning building, whatever, I may try to help, but you are not family at all.
Unless it's literally the family business. I mean,
No.
especially in a corporate environment, these people are not your family. Like, yeah, that's just not the way it works. I mean,
when your boss is making the billions and you're barely making anything to go by, you're not family. And even family can be prudent with that as well. So it's no different at that point.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, in business, sometimes you got to be an asshole. I mean, just to get the right pricing, to get what you need. Like,
Yeah. If you
there's
know
just
how to,
no other way around it sometimes.
yeah,
Unfortunately.
yeah. I mean, it's all about negotiation at a certain point. But like, if you know how to negotiate and all that stuff, yeah, you do have to be a bit not squeamish. You have to be a little stern, stonewall at times. But I hate that crap. Just give me the check. Oh, we got a Canadian. We got a Canadian in the chat. No, it's a Canadian. We got a Canadian in chat. No wonder. If you were an American, you wouldn't spell check like that. That's how I know you're Canadian.
A check?
A check? It's like a torque. It's the hat thing. But
maybe they just combine how they say it and spell it that way. Give me the check, eh?
Hey, give me the check. Hey, I saw that moose go down in your river. I knew it was peeing all over the place. Was that was that it or? it was spraying all over the place. I had something to go. I was like, holy crap. Making fun of a Canadian while he's in the chest, like, F you guys, I'm getting out of here. Oh, I'm so sorry. No, we don't. You're all right, Squishy. You're okay here.
Equal opportunity
yes.
shit postings.
Equal opportunity joking. All right. You can make fun of me. You can make fun of HappyMars. You can make fun of yourself. We'll make fun of you for free. It's just that easy.
Yeah.
We'll make fun of you for the high price of $0.
People make fun of me for living like Uncle Ted. up in the woods here.
Every year we go up to the woods and we hear the howl of a man, and we can never figure it out. Uncle Ted is never seen again, but we know he's there somewhere. We're howling with the wolves.
Right, yeah. There's a strange bearded man yelling slurs out in the woods. What the hell is going on?
Instead of howling at the moon, he just blurs curses at the moon. F you! Screw you! Screw you, government! Just waiting for the day someone just goes out there and makes it happen. You're just like, all right, well. I foretell a future of where a bearded man goes up the mountain and says, F you, government! And then comes back down and says, man, I feel a lot better after that.
That's right.
Oh, man. But is the property thing that you own, like, is it like big? Is it small? Like, how is it like you're deep in the forest, like the Hansel and Gretel sort of thing, or what?
It's pretty deep in the forest. It's 10 acres that I have here, and there are other property owners around me.
Wow.
But they're not like right next to me, you know. They're
both good.
They're off where I can't even see or hear them, you know.
That's good.
So.
Especially if you want to howl at the moon sometimes. You know, I understand you gotta howl at the moon once in a while, but but you know, it just be weird. It's like, why is he out there again looking at the moon and howling at it? What the hell's his problem?
Right. Yeah. You need to like to bathe your balls in moonlight, you know. There's nobody out here. It's gonna be like, oh, what the hell is going on over there?
10 acres is a good amount. Now, how much is 10 acres? Because I don't know my math well.
Maybe the size of like 4 football fields or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty big.
I need to go into the forest and own 10 acres then. Born free. I'm lost now forever. Where's the home?
Yeah, you can find cheap property. It's just that, you know, you're gonna have to make a drive to get out to it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like I'd really like. Well, and the funny thing too is like you're more self-reliant out there, and because I've told some people about like what I'd like to do in the future, like have a home, all this stuff, and be able to have people come and, you know, face to face sort of thing of this. But it's a time and money thing, and it's just like I have time, but money's another sort. So, but yeah, it'd be interesting. Because I mean, you have to do it well, which is cost thousands of dollars, and all the other stuff. But yeah, so since you're in the construction type thing, probably not in the field, but what do you think about people who do that? What is it? That geothermal thing where they heat their homes with geothermal? Because I've heard about it, but never really looked too deep into it. But what do you think about people doing stuff like that?
Well, the way I understand that works is you basically like you dig a bunch of trenches out in your yard or by your house, and you lay a bunch of pipes down there. And so in summertime, you're pumping the warm air down through those pipes, and it's changing out the heat with the ground, so it's making the ground warmer and the air cooler, and it's pumping that cold air back into your house. In summer, it works the opposite way, right? So the ground is going to be still warm from the summer. You pipe the cold air from your house down into that, it comes back around back into your house as warm air. So it's pretty kind of climate dependent, you know. It's mostly going to work in warmer areas, I think, than it would, you know, somewhere like where I live. Which
is it like do you have to like drill down far? How? Yeah, because I
don't think so. I think they only go down like 3 or 4 feet.
Oh, okay. Because I'm not sure like how far you'd have to go down, because the geothermal thing is sort of like earth heat, right? Like you heat up the
Mhm,
home. I, it keeps that at a average temperature. It's not like a
mhm.
wide range. It's more like it's within the smaller range, which I think for some people is what they'd like more anyway. But
And
uh,
there's places like Iceland where they use a lot of geothermal for the power and for heating, and they do it a little bit different. They actually have like volcanoes that
oh
will
yeah,
actually heat up the water for them, and then they are able to pipe all that hot water into people's houses directly, and they can use that to heat up their houses, and then when it's all done heating up their houses, they can go and um, it they have like public baths and public hot springs and stuff set up that they can be fed by that as well.
yeah. I think I saw. I can't remember if it was like with Anthony Bourdain or something, but I remember seeing something about that they use like the
Hmm.
steam to cook their food as well. And I was just like, because it would, they were showing like an example of like a pot or whatever, and they had like a little little space of water, and it's like how quick they're trying to show how quick the water boils, and it was almost instant with the steam.
Hmm.
Because there's a plant, there was one place where there was a plant near a hot spring, because I'm guessing it was because it was close to that volcanic whatever.
Hmm.
um but yeah, that is interesting. But in the US there's not really many places like that. Are there hot springs in the US that are people can go into? Because I know there's Yellowstone, but that's, you don't want to go into that.
Um, yeah, there are natural hot springs that you can go visit if you want to. Uh, up well, especially here in the West,
Mm,
where I live, like around the mountains or where there's a lot of volcanic activity, it
yeah.
just kind of happens naturally. There's a couple in Oregon that I've been to that are it's just comes right out of the ground.
Mm.
Off Grid with Thomas Massey. I've been meaning to check out that video since I've heard so much about it.
Oh yeah,
Thomas Massey did an interview with Tucker Carlson,
yeah.
and Thomas Massey built himself a off-grid house up in the mountains of Kentucky.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah.
and
But it still costs a lot. I mean, like not everyone can afford what he's probably doing,
mhm.
which is like thousands upon hundreds of thousands of dollars. Which, yeah. Hey, Bill Dozer, what up? What up? Yeah, what's up? Oh, what's up, all? He's getting all ghetto on us over here. What's up, y'all? Yeah, what's up? Or what's up? It reminds me of the time when Nelly and what was it? The country singer, uh, something. One of the great country singers. They got together and made like a country rap song, and it was like All in My Head, I think was the name of the song. I can't remember who the country guy was, but yeah, it just reminds me of that. What's up, y'all? It's trying to go a little country hip hop, but yeah, that'd be interesting to go to those natural places that are just like, because there are businesses that try to market off that all that stuff,
Mhm.
but yeah, just to be able to visit them. I do know there's a uh I don't know if it's true or not, but there is a place where like a soda falls or something like that, where the water is just carbonated water
Oh,
naturally.
nice.
I don't. Oh goodness, I'm gonna have to do a little
There must
essay.
be like a
Soda,
volcanic vent underneath of the water or something.
soda falls. I'm trying to soda creek fall. What? No. Cascadia. Oh, I think or it says it's in Oregon. Oh, okay. Um. Okay, sorry. I gotta show. Um, I gotta. This is what I found for it, but I'm not sure if it's the right one. Um, Winter Spring is one of those particular attractions that offers beautiful, rich of indigenous people. Um, oh, okay. Soda Creek Falls. I'm trying to find. It's like it's natural carbonated water. but I'm not sure what it's actually called. It's in Oregon, is what I'm seeing. Two tiers. Just trying to find. Here we go. Most of the hot springs around here, gay spas. Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what? I still try to go to one anyway, even though I like the ladies. All right. Who's a China? There we go. So here's the explanation for history and naming. All right, Lower Soda Falls is the official name of this waterfall, which is this right here. Soda Creek was named for the presence of Soda Springs, which could be found near the day use parking in the state park, which this is in Oregon, Lynn County.
Okay.
Lynn County, Oregon.
Mm.
And it says the falls were named to differentiate from Upper Soda Falls, which is found about half of a mile. The signs of the park refer to, but it was like it's like the falls are or the spring or whatever is a natural carbonated water, like natural carbonated water. I'm trying to find where they natural. See if I can't find natural. I know I'm looking around.
There's one in Idaho too. Call it Soda Springs Geyser.
That might be the one. Saratoga Springs is what it's is what I'm seeing. Saratoga. I'll look that up then. Hold on. I know you can't see it, but Saratoga Springs. Oh, that's in New York. Never mind. But maybe it's I don't know if it's the one. Well, whatever. Natural carbonated. Wow. Natural carbonated. Okay, here I'll get the AI thing. I know I'm joking around.
There you go. We'll have ChatGPT figure it out.
Well, I don't use. I'll show you what I use. So it says because I use Brave here, but doesn't want to use carbonated water brands with natural origin. Natural carbonated water is water that contains dissolved carbon dioxide gas, which is naturally present in the water surface. This type of water is often found in springs, underground aquifers, or volcanic regions where the water interacts with minerals and rocks that contain carbon dioxide. How is natural carbonation formed? Natural carbonation occurs when water flows through underground rock formations such as limestone, dolomite, which contains carbon dioxide. So water passes through the rocks, it absorbs carbon dioxide, dissolves in water. Carbonated naturally cold water. Here we go. Gerolsteiner water. Gerolsteiner from water from Germany, which is naturally carbonated from a spring in Vulkanifel region. Parallel water from Italia.
Fararelli.
Fararelli from Italia, which is naturally carbonated from a spring in the Sorgenti di Riado Park. San Pellegrino, which there is right there. Water from Italy, which is naturally carbonated from spring in the town of San Pellegrino. Terme. That sort of stuff I'm trying to do. Characteristics of naturally carbonated water. Okay, then let's go to my place that I use, which is Claude. And I use that for help with stuff. So, okay. Places, let's see, places in the U.S. with natural carbonated. I know, we're going on a journey, people. Just hold on. I don't use ChatGPT. I use Claude.
I've never heard of Claude, so I'll check that one out.
Claude.ai is the website. There are several places in the United States known for having natural carbonated water springs or wells. Saratoga Springs, New York. Saratoga Springs, New York. This historic town is famous for its naturally carbonated mineral springs. Some of the popular springs include the Geyser Spring, Hathorn Spring, and Coessa Spring. Weird. Then Manitou Springs, Colorado, located near Colorado Springs. Manitou Springs is renowned for its effervescent mineral water springs such as Manitou Mineral Springs and 7 Minute Spring. 7 minute spring. Yeah, you don't know what that one's about. Then you got Berkeley Springs, West Virginia. This town is home to several warm mineral springs, including the Berkeley Springs State Park, which features a historic bathhouse and natural springs with carbonated water. So I wonder if that means you can bathe in it, which would be interesting. It'd probably be maybe cold, but that'd be interesting. Saratoga. Saratoga Springs smells like rotten eggs. Well, when I fart, the
That's
same
pretty
thing.
normal.
Yeah, when I fart, the same thing happens too. So what are you saying? I smell like Saratoga Springs. I missed a lot. Oh my! No, you're fine. We're looking up natural carbonated water because this is a game I played. It's called Oregon. Oh no, Oregon.
The Oregon Trail.
Oregon Trail, yeah, but it's the newer version. And they had a bit about carbonated water. Okay, let's go back. So there's here's this one. There's Calistoga, California, located in Napa Valley. So if people don't know what Napa Valley is, it's where people like to go get their wine. Calistoga is known for its hot springs and geysers. Look at that. It says and geysers, some of which produce naturally carbonated mineral water, such as the Old Faithful Geyser of California. However, if you try to get near Old Faithful, your face will burn off. That's how hot it is.
See, nobody knows about the Old Faithful Geyser in California. Everyone knows about the one in Wyoming at the Yellowstone National Park, right?
Well, that's what I was thinking when I saw that too.
Yeah.
I like the bathhouse. Oh, I bet you do, young lady. I bet you do.
So most hot springs do kind of work that way because you'd normally just have a little bit of trickle of hot water coming out of the ground somewhere. So most places will actually like build a pool or like a bathhouse setup and then pump it into there to fill it up.
Yeah, and again, you have places like Japan or whatever, which have natural places that are bigger, right? Bigger pools. And
there are some that are like straight up on the river though, like
those would be nice.
All natural kind of.
And of course, Vicky Springs, California. This historic resort town in Mendocino County. I think that's how you say it, Mendocino. Mendocino County has a natural carbonated mineral springs that were once bottled and marketed as Vichy water, which I'm guessing it's not anymore. It says has that were once, so I'm guessing it's not anymore. And then on to the next one.
Sounds fancy.
Yeah.
Turns out that it's probably like full of like volcanic deposits and sulfur and stuff.
You gotta be careful about that. The Russian kind, where you get a steam and a beating, those are the best. A shot of garlic vodka, a soak. You like to go all out, young lady. You, Mendocino. Okay, I get it. Thank you, Mendocino. Got corrective course over here. Okay, so Hot Springs, Arkansas. I know it has an S at the end, but it's pronounced Arkansas. The city of Hot Springs is famous for its thermal springs, and some of them, like the Arlington Carbonic Spring, produce naturally carbonated water. So there is something in Arkansas. Then the last one on the list is Jemez Springs in New Mexico. This small town in the Jemez Mountains is home to several natural mineral springs, including the Soda Dam Spring, which produces carbonated water. These locations were popular destinations for taking the waters in the 19th and early 20th century, and many still attract visitors interested. Is there one in Oregon? Oh, I should say, is there any in Oregon? Okay, so we got something there. So while it's building that list up, because this is for Oregon, right? So the question was, is there any in Oregon? Yes, there are a few places in Oregon known for having natural carbonated mineral water. What water springs? I don't know why I cut that off. Sodaville, Oregon. This small unincorporated community near Lebanon in Lynn County, so we did see the Lynn stuff, gets its name from the natural carbonated mineral springs found in the area. The Sodaville Mineral Springs were a popular health resort destination in the late 19th century and early 20th centuries. So I'm guessing it's not now, because early 20th centuries.
It's basically like a campground with a bathhouse.
Oh, nice. And I
Yeah.
wonder if they let you drink alcohol there too, but I'm not going to ask that one. I'm not a drinker for alcohol.
Mm.
McCready Springs, Oregon, located near Oak Ridge in the Willamette National Forest.
Willamette.
Well, Willamette?
Willamette.
Willamette.
Yeah,
Willa-
there you go.
Willamette, or WNF, McCready. I'm saying that right, McCready? MCL.
I think so.
McCready? Okay.
McCready?
McCready Springs is a natural mineral spring area with several carbonated springs. The water has a slightly effervescent taste, so meaning it must, taste a bit sodiumy, whatever. Here's the third one. Belknap Hot Springs. Oregon, while primarily known for its hot springs, so there are hot springs in America, like you said, the Belknap Hot Springs Resort area near McKenzie Bridge has some naturally carbonated cold mineral springs in the property. I wonder if it's drinkable straight from the source though, because that's the interesting factor, right? He did that wrong. It's Willamette. Willamette. I got it right. He gave it to me. It's Willamette.
Is Phoenix Electra also from the Northwest?
I think she just likes to go to bathhouses at a hot spring. I think
she just tours all the hot springs and bathhouses, huh?
Yeah, I'm seeing something here. And then the last one, because it's too much yours. Hunter, here's this one. Hunter's Hot Springs, Oregon. This hot springs resort in the Mountain Hood National Forest has a naturally carbonated mineral springs known as the Sparkling Spring. So, here it goes, and it ends with this. So, while not as famous as places like Saratoga Springs, which again is New York, Oregon does have its own sources of naturally carbonated mineral water, especially in the western valleys and Cascade Mountain areas of the state. These springs were attractions for health tourists in the late 1800s and early 1900s, hence why in the Oregon Trails, why it mentions that. Give me a place to soak. Benny 5 in Seattle is one of the best. Yep, she's been around. She's been around.
Nice.
I can neither confirm nor deny my location. I think I have a pretty good look of know where you are. You kind of mentioned it to me in when you were on.
In my neck of the woods.
Yeah, but that's what I use. I use Claude to do that sort of. Not that it's sort of like to help me with the other stuff like description stuff or Tub Springs. I don't know where that's at. Tub Springs. But that's what I do. I use Claude sometimes to help me with the description or whatever. You make me sound dirty. Young lady, you do that in your own right. All right.
Hey, it's the word bathhouse that sounds dirty, okay? It's nothing we said. It's just
she made fun of me for liking boobs, and I'm just like, you know what? Whatever. I'll look it up. Gosh. Tub Springs. Okay, Tub Springs. Hold on. I gotta do. I gotta. Let's do this, and then we'll get to our promotion stuff. Okay. Lols. Tub Springs. No, it's not. It's not giving me anything for Tub Springs. It's just here's Here's what it's giving me for Tub Springs. David Tub. Tub Precision. I am not. Oh, here we go. Tub Springs State Wayside. So I'm guessing this is what she means. Never mind. There's not very much information here. Okay. Tub Springs. The bathhouse is a magical place. I do not make fun. I joke because it's cute. It makes you human. Yeah. We all get it. Yeah. I know. It's cute. Yeah, she says I'm cute. Oh, thank you. Yeah, but I'm not seeing anything for the tubs except this one, so I'm not sure which is which. But yeah. We'll just stop with that. Sorry, added a D. Yeah, you. All right. Well, tub Springs. Yeah, share that with the class. Quincy Thursday. It's picnic. Oh, here we go. We got more information. Now
Oh,
because
okay. That one's
next.
down by on the very southern edge of Oregon.
Yeah, it says southwestern part of the state. So it says near Medford. Quench your thirst and enjoy a shady picnic at Tub Springs State Wayside. What does that mean, State Wayside? What is that? Is it like to mean it's in the corner? What?
It means it's. I think it means it's close to the California border.
We know we like the D's around. Yeah, there she goes. There she goes, pointing that out. Oh goodness, I'm never gonna escape it. Now that she knows, I'm never gonna escape it. Okay,
Nope.
so Tub Springs State Wayside is a quiet little spot tucked away in the forest, and this is from 2020, so this is old. In the southwestern part of the state, it has an interesting. The state purchased a 40-acre parcel back in 1939, so that's a long time. A long time ago. And the stone tubs were installed. The spot quickly became a popular place to stop and fill up jugs of cold, clear spring water. I'm guessing that was the case. Oh, okay. The 3 stone tubs are arranged to create a cascade effect, and they're sanitized every month with chlorine, which, okay. Since the sanitizing method just entails a surface cleaning of the agates, which I'm guessing is the stones and stuff, on the inside of the tubs.
Yeah,
agates. Bagby Hot Springs, Carson Hot Springs. We'll do that after our promotion. Since the sanitizing method the chemistry of the water isn't affected, which is great. So even after recent cleaning, it's still fresh and delicious. Yeah, because the chlorine can taste the flavor of water, if too much. The spring box is cleaned and sanitized once a year in the spring. That cleaning affects water quality for about 40 hours. Okay. While you're here, you'll want to fill up a jug of spring water to take with you. Some Oregon visitors often so they can enjoy fresh spring water at home. Okay, so it says here, spring box is cleaned annually in the spring. Chlorine residual may present for 24 hours after cleaning. So please treat these aging structures with care and respect. Well, obviously, they've been there since like the 1940s. Duh. Tub Springs has an interesting history. Back in the 1800s, the Applegate Trail was cleared, which gave pioneers an alternate route to avoid the Columbia River, which, as we know, crossing a river is dangerous during those days. 1950s, many of the old growth trees in this area were cut down illegally. Well, that's not fun. Timber thieves tried to sell them at local sawmills, but the owner of the sawmills could tell that something was amiss. The largest remaining sugar pine in the area stands just a few hundred feet from the parking lot. Take a stroll through to enjoy a picnic here. She drew 20 tubs are closed every second Wednesday of the month for cleaning and water sampling, so plan your trip accordingly. I wonder what it means by water sampling. Is that like the acidity or whatever? Okay. So, but yeah, going to this place, you can actually get natural spring water. Where spring water, you get it from a bottle, whatever. Some of it kind of tastes funky though.
A lot of times they're literally just bottling tap water.
Really?
And I don't know if that I don't know if you're necessarily allowed to sell water commercially that isn't been like treated properly. Like, if you want like at legit spring water, you got to find a spring
Yeah.
yourself and fill up your own bottles. I've got a
Yep.
spring on my property actually that it's a cold water spring. It's super cold. But
Is it
it's
natural?
yeah.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah.
Now, do you have to worry about, say, like contagions, bacteria, all that stuff, or do you?
Not
Oh,
usually.
okay. So
Um,
Phoenix says they test to make sure there's no fecal coli in the water. Oh, that makes sense.
E. coli.
E. coli, fecal coli. She says fecal
Yeah.
coli, but because that's always the worry, right? It's like there's something in the water, and you kind of have to be worried about, affecting your health. So
Mhm.
I didn't know if you had to worry about that too.
It's one my dad mentioned there, Bagby Hot Springs. That one's really cool. Is it's up in the Cascade Mountains in Central Oregon,
Nice.
and you have to go to the campground, and you got to hike a mile in to get there, which is really cool. And then they have all these wooden tubs set up that are fed by the hot spring for you to bathe in.
That she says, because some places folks bathe and poop in the water. Ugh.
What is what is this, India? Come on, people can't be doing that.
Ugh.
Ew.
Mm-mm. Yeah. You don't bathe where you drink. I mean, if there's another place somewhere far off,
Hmm.
use that as the pooping ground, but don't use the bathing place as a pooping ground. Although, if you've ever been in a hot tub before, people pee in it. So there's that. Uh,
Hmm.
but anyway, so nope. Welcome to Ore
Org
Oregon. Jeez,
Oregon.
Oregon. Yeah, yeah. All right. Whatever, Missy. But anyway, it is the top of the hour again, and of course, as you know before, I set time to promote ourselves because people say shilling, people say grifting. I say promoting because it sounds a little nicer and a little more positive. So go ahead and promote yourself, sir, and I'll do my bit, and we'll go from there.
Matt HappyMars24 on Twitter X, HappyMars24 on YouTube. My channel is called HappyMars, and also on Rumble. My channel is HappyMars. I make mostly clips and
Mhm.
a little bit of my own content so far. I've just got a video of how I live off grid in the mountains for the summer. So if you're interested in the outdoors, or if you like watching, you know, Zatris, you'd probably enjoy my channel. So go check it out.
Nice. Yeah, again, when I saw you post that clip, I went. I'm of course I'm following you on Rumble, and both on both places. But
Mhm.
but it was just nice to see the that thing pop again of the first time. I was like, I don't remember too much about it, but I'm glad it was great.
Yeah.
I'm glad it went well because you won't. I always want people to feel like they can come back and the conversation can. Because I've had Jack Tarlett on for 7 times now. I want people to feel like they can have that opportunity to come back and do 7 times or more because there's always more to talk about. There's always more to say, and when you have a new person on, you get to share some of that, or you get to go totally somewhere else, and that's what this
Mhm.
place is all about. Or Darachat is all about. So hold on, let me get my thing. Um, so the first part is yes, I stream to both YouTube and Rumble. Of course, I use Rumble Studios to do that. It's awesome. It still has its bugs and kinks, but it works well. I stream to both YouTube and Rumble at Daramouthe. I also have a Discord at Daramouthe. That's mostly just for DMing. I have a fan account on Twitter X at Veramouth. And I also have an email. Look, guys, link tree down below, or leaving a comment in either YouTube or Rumble if you want to have the same opportunity to come on. That's the way you contact me, whether it's through the link tree links or whether through the comment section on both YouTube or Rumble. If you want that same opportunity, the door is there. All you have to do is go through it. All you have to do is go through it. Happy Mars was like, I can't remember. I think it was Zatris. I think it was Zatris that I met you through, and then just
Yeah.
I went from there. And then of course I've had General Duality. I've had other people on. Of course, he didn't show his face like you did, but at the end of the day, first off, I'm not here for debates. I'm not here for arguments. I'm not here for trolls who just want to wreck things and be negative, whatever. I'm here to have conversations with others. And it's been fun for as many people I've had on, even though I still don't know how many people I've had on. And I want to share this. Oh, there's the dog. And I
Yep.
want to share this with a lot of different people. And of course, again, those people are always welcome back when they come on, because it's not just a one-off. I don't want it to be a one-off, because there's a lot more in life to talk about and stuff, especially from a perspectual view. Your perspective, my perspective, all that stuff. So, but anyway, there's also the secondary part, right? The secondary part is the one annoying part that I heard from so many YouTube creators for a long time. It was share, like, and subscribe. You've heard YouTubers say it all the time, just those 3 words and a mantra. But in order to have more people on, right? In order to have more people on, in order of all this stuff, I have to do the one thing is just like, ugh. So like, comment, share, follow, all of it, it does not matter. Anything helps with this sort of catch-22 thing, right? Like, in order to have more people on, I have to be seen more. And in order to be seen more, I have to have engagement and all this other stuff. I know it gets ridiculous after a while, but that's what I'm aiming for. And your help is important to get there, because you guys get to enjoy it. You guys get to bask in it. You guys get to see the replays of it with this person. It's like, oh my gosh, I didn't know there's another person like this, or I didn't know there's a different perspective like this, or whatever, and so on and so forth. And that's why I do this, to share with others and so much more. So anything you can help with the engagement, whether it's one of it or all of it, does not matter. I appreciate it all, and it helps to be seen for more people to come on. So I think that was a little shorter. I think that was a little better.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what is this now? Oh, Sergi says that is new, stopped by the YouTube, and there is no Rumble Studio watermark unless you're not using. No, I am. I am using. My theory of Phoenix. My theory is that Rick did ask if you paid for the watermark, would you pay for having the watermark off? And in essence, I kind of do, because I'm doing the pro package. So I was like, well, why can't we connect those two, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was there yesterday, but it's not there today. So maybe that's part of it. I don't know. Other people have to try it out. If you do pay for a pro package and it shows up, then I'm wrong. But if you do pay for a pro package and it doesn't show up, then I'm right. And that's my theory. So it's something people need to test if they have a pro package. So yeah, right now it's not on either YouTube or Rumble, when it used to be beforehand. And if it's because of the pro package, then pro package just got more beneficial to pay for. Just got more beneficial.
Mm-hmm.
Just do it if you can eat pie and you can chat with Dara. He doesn't like one night stands. There's a bit of a personal life thing there, so I'm not gonna get too far into that. Not that I'm saying I'm one of those people, but it wasn't. I would just say this: there are people that have come in my life that weren't unknowns, and it's not with just nobodies. So it's difficult to explain. It's not that sort of thing. It's just people I've met through life. If I were to count on my hand, it's probably just a few people. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to be honest about it, but it's complicated to talk about, because it's humanity, it's human beings, right? There's a complexity in that sort of relationship stuff. Maybe so we'll check this weekend on my show. Do so, because I know you pay for it. I know you pay for the pro package. If you find out that it's not showing up on either end, then we now pro package now just got more use. Because if you could pay for a pro package, and I mean the lowest pro package is $10. If you can't spare $10 for the 72-hour in advance thing, for the watermark removal thing, which is cheaper than what StreamYard asks for you per month. StreamYard asks you for $25 a month. $25 a month. Pay $10 a month, you get the removal. of the watermark and all this stuff. I don't know. Don't know. I'm just saying as a theory. You have to go test it out. But if you're paying for a pro package and you use Rumble Studio and you don't see it, then I'm right. And you owe me $5. But no. Make it out to the check too. But yes, I saw that earlier when you mentioned it, and yeah,
Mhm.
if that is the case, then he retracted his message. Oh, your dad retracted the message I pulled up earlier that I couldn't find. So, yep. Sorry. Here's her. Yep, more value. Also, Rick said that we can schedule. We can if you have a verification badge. That was the issue, right? 8 days in advance if you have a verification badge. I don't have a verification badge and I don't have 1,000 followers. So I really can't get a verification badge unless I'm lucky and they give me one. But I don't think that's the case. So maybe one day, I don't know, but that's the ordeal. If you have a verification badge, 8 days in advance for scheduling. 8 days. And that's that. Yes, but
no
again,
more days off in a row than that. You get 8 days.
You
better be back making content before then.
Yeah, because what YouTube does at like a month in scale or whatever. Hold on. Oh, that was a bad one. That was in Rumble, not in Studio. I didn't see any news for Rumble Studio about it. I just saw the whole Rumble thing. So that'd be new news. So I'll have to check up on that. But as far as I saw from the last one who was asking about the watermark stuff, he did mention that you have to have a verification badge in order to have 8 days in advance for scheduling. Now I know a lot of people are asking like multiple scheduling, so but that's gonna have to be a cross between Rumble Studios and Rumble itself, because again, Rumble Studios still lags behind on some updates, like adding the categories, adding the 72-hour in advance scheduling stuff. She says, need to stop a scheduling 2 hour in advance clutters feeds and makes me grumpy. Hey, you're already grumpy anyway, so what's the point? What changes? She's gonna come after me later. I love you, Phoenix. Just please don't kill me. But yeah, no, it's great that they're adding these things little steps at a time. If you do too much, then people will expect more and more, and it's just this little bits and pieces. Again, said it before earlier, Rumble Studios is going to be Rumble's golden goose, golden egg, because StreamYards is only built on StreamYards. That's it. Restream is only built on Restream. Rumble Studios, however, is part of an ecosystem. It's part of a synergy ecosystem. And that's going to win out more so than standalones. Why? Apple. Apple's a proving point of it. I know a lot of people have issues with Apple. That's totally fine. But you cannot deny that their ecosystem, once you are inside it and how it works well with its other devices, it just works well. It's like water. It's fluid water. You don't have to put too much thought about it. It just works. So there's that.
Does Google have their own version?
Like, are you talking like Google or YouTube? What are you talking about?
I mean, I would imagine that if like Google wanted to like lock you into the YouTube ecosystem, they would have something similar, right?
Ha 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 ha. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe not. I don't know a whole lot about streaming.
Yeah. If Phoenix, you're a married woman, I'd make a joke, but I'm being respectful, so I'm not going to touch that one. I can make a joke off that one too, so I'm not going to go after that one. She's gonna antagonize me for that one. But yes, look, streaming right now. Streaming is the big thing because again, they're building the recommendation engine, which is going to be the thing that's going to help streams, pre-recorded videos, the short stuff. It's going to help this ecosystem. read the end of the comment, not the beginning. Well, you could have said that beforehand. I can be who I want to. Well, that's great. You're confusing me.
Said that the cloud is gonna be Rumble's golden goose, is what she thinks, not necessarily the streaming stuff. So the cloud services to like compete with like Amazon Web Services and stuff.
Right, I understand that, but it's a streaming platform. It's not the studios their Phoenix, which makes it sound like it's their revival. But again, it's going to be included in part of the Rumble ecosystem. Whereas stating before, StreamYards is StreamYards. That's all it has. Restream is Restream. That's all it has. When you have something that's part of an ecosystem like Rumble Studios, and they do it well enough, and they get it well enough, it's going to turn into the golden beat. Yes, you can have the Rumble Cloud, but again, it's just that's still in its beginning phases. Rumble Studios is like in its middle chapter at this point. It's still needing to grow, but it's still in its middle chapter at the point. Usually when something gets to an endpoint, it's like technology-wise, it's usually just updates and like little tweaks here and there, like with what YouTube is doing with their super chats, right? Like their menu, they have a little, you can like on a super chat, you can comment on a super chat, all that stuff. That's just little stuff compared to gifted subs or whatever, which we don't know when that'll come for Rumble, but I do think that once they have it, it's going to be a bombastic time. I cannot believe that Rumble does not charge for hosting all of our videos with Wave Video. When I maxed my storage space, I had to pay extra. Oh, with Wave Video, when I maxed my storage. Okay, yeah, and I think that's what the Pro packages was originally about, right? But then, now it's changed and all that stuff. Yeah, and that's where, and that's with Rumble Studios, right? It's free for us, but it's not free for them. So it's like, if you add these little things that doesn't affect, like, you're not going to charge for like all these different platforms you stream to. If you're not going to charge for like using it or whatever, totally fine. It's a big chunk of it keep free. But I like the little extra stuff, like the mark, the not the trademark, the watermark, the scheduling ahead on days, that sort of thing. Those little bits and pieces that add an aesthetic or whatever, I would gladly pay for those in the Pro package thing. Again, the lowest Pro package is $10. Ad-free experience, 72-hour in advance scheduling, possibly the Rumble Studios watermark. Not sure. Other people need to test it, but at the end of the day, Rumble Studios, I believe, when these big YouTubers, right? Of course, D-Day Cobra, right? You know that one. Once he starts using it and it works well for him, do you really think he'll go back to using Restream again, which costs him more? I mean, I don't know. That's why I figured to ask you as a secondary opinion. But for me, it's just like,
I don't know.
For me, it's like, if D-Day Cobra from Geeks and Gamers, who has his own Cobra cast, right? If he was to start using Rumble Studio, actually start using Rumble Studio, not talking about it, not just doing his little crazed fits because of Rumble UI or whatever, he was actually start using it and it works well for him, I don't think he'd go back to Restream. I really don't. And with the ingress of the Streamlabs and OBS, it's going to turn into the golden goose, and I think people will start using other ones less, and especially if you go for the basic Pro package stuff, $10, it's gonna blow it up. It's just, it has to get those things better, like when you streaming to YouTube, there is no upcoming thing for the stream. On Rumble, sure, but it's no upcoming thing on the YouTube side. It's just, it happens when the stream starts. That's an issue right there. There was another content creator who, Stuttering Craig, who named a few things too, but But over time, those little indifferences are going to become less and less and less. And that's what I feel like Rumble needs to do is they need to take, not, they can't do everything, but if they can take the big chunks of those excuse air pockets, right? If they can take those big excuse air pockets out of the way so that content creators can't use them anymore and then just, nitpick or whatever, they will do a lot better in that run, because again, right now a lot of people have a lot of excuses. Like the big YouTube creators, their thing was monetization and reach. Well, Rumble is getting its recommendation engine going. Reach is going to get better and better. If you read ads through Rumble Studios, guess what? If you have enough people, that can count up. That really can count up, because some of the campaign ads, they require 1,000 or more people. Just imagine, right? Just imagine it's Dan Bongino. He has 100,000 people watching, and he reads one of those ad things, right? Like the 1,000 ones. Can you imagine the amount of money he would get from one of those? Not that he would. I'm just saying because he has a lot of people, a lot of followers watching him at once. Can you imagine? Right? If D-Day Cobra were to read the let's say, I can't read one now because I don't have enough people. Just let's just say he reads the True Social one, right, which requires 10 people, and he has 300 people in there. Do you think he's not going to get a big chunk of change from that? I mean, obviously, taxes taken out. But you think he wouldn't get a big chunk from that? I think the add-in reads for Rumble Studios is going to change the way I don't know if it'll mean successful for the businesses who give money in order to have their ad reads, but just imagine how the possibilities. Again, I invest Rumble for its future possibility. Do things look great now? Still an issue. But the future is ever changing. And that's what Rumble is aiming for. It's not perfect now. It'll never be perfect. But they don't have Google money, and they're showing that they have some fighting worth. So, yeah.
Quartering has gone in on the ad read thing too. It was so funny. Even the other day, he read an ad that came up for a coffee company.
No, the Rumble coffee.
Yeah, well, some coffee company that wasn't his own, but it came up in his ad read, so he he was like, he did it full on professional, very nice sounding. He didn't even show his own coffee during that stream at all. Like,
I just like, oh, he must have been so. He's like, it's my company, and but he could have read another one. I mean, he read, because there's a whole list. There's a whole list to read from.
Sure, but it's funny.
Yeah. Rumble is I have the golden ticket. Sort of, yes. It's sort of looking for that golden ticket. It's getting there. But, again, a lot of content creators, they still have issues with payout, content creator payout. They still have issues with this. They're getting there. It's just a time thing. They've done a lot within a few years, but it's just whatever. But I believe in his future. But yeah, that's funny. I wonder if he's going to do another one, because I want him to read one of the big ones that has like 1,000 that requires 1,000 people to be watching, like this tack right, or this Patriot Addict or whatever. Like they require a lot of. I do one, but I'm not sure if I should do one or not. But. Yeah, because I'm at 11 right now. I don't know how long it's last. You know what? Forget it.
Have you ever gone back and watched some of your own content to see what ads play on it?
No. I have an ad. I have the ad free viewing experience because I pay for the pro package, so I never see them.
Okay, that the Rumble Studio Pro package, does that like come with the
no? So in your back
Rumble...
end, in your back end, right, on Rumble, in your back end on Rumble, you'll go down a list and you'll see something that says pro packages. In there, is where you go to find the levels. Like there's free, there's $10, 25, so on. And that's where that's at.
Mm-hmm.
Phoenix says, I love the idea of rack as a matter of principle cannot do ad reads for products I have not tried. Of course. So maybe the Rumble ad on ads on Sunday if all goes well. Look, I do the Rumble stuff, either the Rumble app or the Rumble Coffee. That's it. I mean, there might do the True Social one, but it's basically for the Rumble stuff because it helps support Rumble, like the Rumble app, right? Like go find my channel on the Rumble app. Do it now. No, but that is interesting. I don't know what you're saying this to. No, but that is interesting. Well, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see him do another one, but not a coffee one, because he's probably like, oh gosh dang it. So, but okay, so we have the Rumble one. We'll do the Rumble one. Okay, and this is for the Rumble app. So, ladies and gentlemen, get your engines ready because I'm going to try to do this in a funny way, maybe. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you go to make sure you forget it. So go to the Rumble app. Once you download it, search for my channel at Daramouthe, and follow the channel directly in the app. Doing so will make sure that you get the notifications to it, to me going live every time. Click the link in the description or pinned live chat to the Download Rumble app, which is in the description, right? You'll see it down in the description. It's free. Of course, they have the big screen ones where the Apple TV, Android TV, Fire TV, Roku, all those ones. All you need to do is search for the Rumble, I think, in their, what is it? Their category search for like apps, whatever. But again, download the app, go to @Daramouthe, DAR. It's right here. That's how you spell Daramouthe, right there. Go find my name on the Rumble app. Follow me there, and you'll get up to date notifications for live streams, and I believe any shorts that come up or whatever, because I do schedule shorts. But regardless, go there, download the app, look up my name, which is right here. And especially if you do on the TVs, go look up them for the two. So, but anyway, thank you guys, and thank you Rumble for the opportunity to do this. So, thank you guys. 1 minute and 31 seconds. All right, that's it. But nice. That's for Rumble @Daramouthe. Yes. Okay. Haven't I drunk the coffee because I'm picky, but I want to do the Rumble? Yeah, of course. It helps support Rumble. If you want to help support Rumble, just do the Rumble ads. I mean, I don't know how long they'll last around because they're for like budget, but why not? It helps support Rumble if you don't want to do the other ones. Ready and waiting on the starting line. Yes, there she is. Of course, @Daramouthe, but it's right here. This is how you spell my name, right here. That easy. See the QR, say it. Oh yes, you see the QR code on the screen. Yeah, again, guys, the you can just click on the link in the description that they put on there automatically, so you don't have to worry about that. And they put it in there, and you go and click on that and get the app, and you could find me there @Daramouthe. This is how you spell it, @Daramouthe. And you'll see the red hat, you'll see the glasses. That's me. No fakers. Again, this is how you spell it. No other way. I know there'll probably be fakers out there, but still. But anyway, guys.
No substitutions.
Except no substitutions this summer.
This is where you get the real Daramouthe.
I've come for your liver. I've come for your chicken. I come to fight all night long. I see it. Download me and follow me. I mean you. Oh, well, if you want people to do that, I mean, sure, I'll have them go follow you too. But you gotta read the ad. You gotta do that yourself. Stop taking my stuff. Only accept the OG. That's right. This lady gets it. Only accept the OG. I am the OG. The OG pay it forward streamer. The OG Darachatter. That's who I am. Get represent. You know, I'm D money or whatever. I'm D nice. I'm D money.
D money. I like that.
D money. People will be like, "What does that mean?" It's like, just go along with it. It's okay. You're all right.
Yeah.
No one's gonna hurt you. But you're okay. You're in a special place. Get on the wall of color. Yes. Well, that's for rants. Rants are membership. That's how you get on the wall of color. I should probably try to transfer some of those different colors, but I'm just gonna leave them as is. So yes, if anyone wants to know, those post-it notes on the wall, those are rants, and this red one is membership. That's membership. That's for memberships only. The red one is memberships only. These multicolored ones are for, and I have different colors too, right? I got extra colors. There's orange, there's yellow, there's green, and then there's purple. Oh, and blue, of course. But there's already up there. But yeah. So, but yeah, if you give a Rumble rant, you get one of these. I was trying to get like color dependent on like the color of the Rumble rant, but I think I should have, with at least within that order. But the one I was looking at that had majority of colors was like $23. I'm like, no. So maybe next time. But anyway, guys, I think we're gonna end it here because it is getting close to bedtime and I still have to work tomorrow. So I do thank you all for being here. Thank you all, new and old faces, and thank you again, HappyMars, for coming on. You are one swell dude, especially for red for pink. What does that mean? You're talking like the salmon? Well, it is pinkish. It is pink salmon. That's because it's part of the neon colors. But I do have a red one. I will get an actual red one. Sorry, I will get an actual red one. But yes, thank you, HappyMars, again for coming on. It's always a pleasure. Of course. And you're always welcome back, especially your dad too. That was pretty funny.
It was a good time.
Yeah, your dad was in the chat. So thank you all for coming again. If you're coming to the end and you're watching the replay stuff, thank you again. I don't go very long for these streams because when you feel the conversation going, or when it's close to bedtime like mine, it's time to go. And nothing against the other person or the people in the chat. It's just there's an organic line, or there's a timeline or whatever. And I don't time myself per se because some people have been later, but there's just an internal thing when you know it's coming to a close. You can try to go beyond it, but I try to keep it natural, try to keep it organic. So thank you guys for being here. HappyMars, you're always welcome back. Oh, right. Before we leave though, promote yourself again. I'll do the same, and then we'll end out with the program.
And just real quick, I want to say that like my first appearance with you on the show was a big part of why I started to post things on my own channel to begin with. I went on that big long rant about how we have to be creative artists and everything, and here I am not doing anything on my own Rumble channel. So,
well, then he threw Marxism and all that stuff in there. I was like, whoa, jeez, I wasn't getting that deep. I was just like, what? I didn't have a title for it. It was just like, yeah.
I felt like I wanted to like put my my money where my mouth was, so to speak, and so that's why a big part of why I started making my content to begin with. So thank you for helping inspiring me and having me on your show. It's always super fun.
You're my first rant, so I mean that's kind of like it's just equivalent exchange right there. You were my first rant and all that stuff. So yeah,
right on.
I don't get yeah. But
follow me on X, HappyMars24, on Rumble and YouTube, HappyMars, and that is it. Thanks again.
Yes. You're welcome, sir. And of course, quick version, I stream to both YouTube and Rumble at Daramouthe. I also have a Discord at Daramouthe, but that's mostly for DMing. I have a fan account on Twitter X that's at Daramouthe. I also have an email down in the link tree below. Right down in the description, right? Link tree down in the description below. The links are there. Just click on it. I know it's like a 1-2 step, but it was easier than posting all the individual links and making it cloudy. So the link tree leads to those links. If you want to take up the chance and come on the show, whether you don't show your face or not, HappyMars hasn't shown his face. General Duality hasn't shown their face, so it's totally fine if you don't want to. But if you want to come on, you want to take that chance, the door is there. All you got to do is walk through. If you don't want to go to the link tree, leave a comment on either YouTube or Rumble, wherever you're at, and we can get started. It's just that simple. I'm simpler than apple pie. Thank you. But, it really is that simple. I'm not here for arguments. I'm not here for debates. I'm not here for trolls who just don't want to have a conversation. I'm here for a conversation about whatever. And you just saw 2 hours and 40 something minutes of it. Wow. Wow. How wonderful is that, right? You have content creators who need topics, and I'm showing you I don't need them all. Suckers! But yes. But anyway, either go to the link tree, follow the links, find me there, or leave a comment on Rumble and YouTube, and we can get started. It's that simple, that easy. Not that hard. And I have plenty of guests to tell you how fun it is or how awful it is. Depends on them. I usually try to ask at the end. It's like, is it good? Yeah, it was all right. He's a mean mother. But anyway, the second part of that is, of course, the engagement factor. Yes, I know. You've heard YouTubers throughout your life say, share, like, and subscribe because, yeah. So the reason why I asked for your help and engagement is simply because I'd like to have more people on. Many different people, many different perspectives. Ton of fun. It's been a ton of fun with a lot of different people. However, it's a catch-22. In order to have more people on, I have to be seen. In order to be seen, my engagement has to go up. Like, I know I'm not like 1,000 people or whatever, but anything helps. Whether it's a like, whether it's a follow, whether it's a comment down below, or whether it's sharing the video all together, like a short, like my shorts, easily. You can share a short easily. Pretty simple. Or one of it, all of it, it does not matter. Anything helps. Some people come back on again. Sometimes they don't. But this show, this Darachat, this thing I do is a lot of fun. And I get to enjoy it with a lot of really amazing people that you wouldn't know anything much about until they start saying something. Or the conversation goes in the area where they're like, hey, I know a little about that. The fields are wild. It's a great time. But anyway, guys, that is the end of it. We have disheveled ourselves. We have promoted. Oh, there we go. We have promoted ourselves, and we have made ourselves look at least somewhat. You haven't. Well, you usually leave. You usually leave at the end of it. All right. Is it good? Has it been good? Now I gotta. Now I gotta sit here and wait. Now I gotta sit here and wait. Come to Darachat, there's pie. Well, it's easier than apple pie, but sure. Eat the pie. I don't know what that means. Are you calling a pie the B word? What is that? And sow those wild oats. That just makes it sound dirty in itself. Gosh dang it.
The whole thing sounds dirty.
Oh my gosh. Those wild I've heard that before used in different contexts, Phoenix. You're gonna have to be a little different than that. But okay. Since you asked since you said I haven't asked you if it was good, has it been good? I'm gonna wait for your answer because you decided to bring that up. Since we're here now, I'm not gonna you're gonna have. Oh, that's right. I forgot my 2 questions too. God dang it. So there's a new thing I'm doing. I ordered a Rumble hat. So now that I'm waiting for her thing, right? I got something to wait for. So I'm doing this new thing. It's called Questions from a Hat. I don't have the hat yet. I'm still waiting for it. I have enjoyed it. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I have 2, but I get made fun of later for liking boobs. That's a different story. But anyway, it's called Questions from a Hat, and what it's going to be it was a combination of the James Lipton actor studio. He'd ask these like list of questions to ask for every actor. Yeah. And you know that, and then of course there's a combination between that and Scenes from a Hat, which is just picking out scenes and you act upon it. Well, it's not scenes, but it's more questions from a hat. These are questions that anyone can answer. Speechless. Just speechless. You'll get it. I'll answer that one privately for you, but no. I'm not gonna answer that here. But anyway, getting back to this. So these are questions that anyone can answer, and of course, you can add one too later if you like, or just DM me one if you want. But it's sort of going to be like, once I get the hat, once I can cut it, cut them into the strips and then kind of crumple them up or whatever and put them in the hat. They'll be put back in the hat once used, and of course it'll be like the person, the guest, you will get 2 free questions. But if chat would like another, like a lottery thing, if chat wants another question out of that, they can give a rare. I mean, it can be $1. It doesn't matter. There'll be a limit on how many $1 because I know people will go crazy for that. But $1. Yeah. There she goes. Yeah. There she goes.
Should get a top hat.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting a Rumble hat. One of the Rumble
Rumble
hat from the
hat.
store.
Okay.
Yeah. Top hats are probably a little more expensive, so it's like $40 versus probably a lot more. But anyway, so when I get the hat, I'll take the questions from here and all this other stuff that I've gotten recommended from on Twitter X, and I will crumple them up, put them in a hat, and then from there, of course, the guest gets 2 free ones. And if chat wants more questions asked from the hat, you can give a rant and we'll go from there. I don't know what I'd add for. What is she saying? Don't be cheap. For 1,000, I make you a hat. I don't have $1,000, so yeah, that's gonna be a long time coming. Maybe one day, if I get $1,000, I will gladly ask, can you make me a hat that's deep enough? Oh, my type no good. Yes. Now you're starting to sound English, like a British person. But yeah, I mean, if I got I do like a top hat. No, 1,000 followers. I wish myself luck on that. I do not know. I'm close to 300. I don't mention my number of stuff because it just seems kind of like whatever, like I'm bragging or something. But maybe when 1,000 followers happens, I'll let you know. But for right now, it's a work in progress. So we'll just have fun with it regardless. But anyway, once I get, one day eventually. When I get the hat, I'll do the strips of the questions. I'll crumple them up, put them in there. And again, chat, if you want more questions, you got to pay for it, and so forth. I don't know what I'll do for memberships, but for right now, memberships doesn't have very much. Like I do a membership stream, which is like all. You know what? Let's do this. When I give him a hat and do more, how about I add very tame, not safe for work questions? These are not going to be like detailish things, but they'll be very adult, humorish, type of stuff, like innuendo stuff. If I get members, when they do member streams only, and we get that, I'll add those not safe for work, tame, not safe for work questions into the hat. And of course, I'll mark them so I can take them out, so it's not to like the regular stuff, but I'll add them in. And then the membership stream, whenever that comes, whenever we're allowed to do that, we'll have those in there. And of course, rants would be part of that, but it'll be a little more raunchy. Not that I know raunchy questions, but it's not like I can't look this stuff up. But anyway, getting to the point. So
ask Phoenix Selector, she'll help you out, I'm sure.
Oh dear Lord. Oh dear Lord. I'm good. There's a line I draw, and she's add them at the time mark, not safe for work. Yes, I will do that, but that's only when Rumble adds member or subscriber only streams, and you so sweet, babyface, no problems. You are gonna get me in so much trouble, young woman. It's not even funny. Oh my gosh. But anyway, yes. Once the Rumble adds their ability to have member only streams, we'll do it there. Because it'll most likely switch over to Rumble only. But I do want that to be more for the member only thing. Because then that way we can get to that raunchy stuff. But it's just gonna be for that. It's gonna be the future when they add that stuff. But anyway, so I'm gonna ask you 2 random ones.
Okay.
Because I only have a small list. Unfortunately. Uh, here's one. What is your favorite curse word?
Can I say it?
Is it one of the big ones?
Okay, it's the F slur.
Oh, the bundle of sticks one, huh?
Yeah.
What do you like about that one?
Uh, I don't know exactly whether or not it's fun to say.
That's,
And
that's
it's a good kind of universal insult, right? Because you don't have to
Mm,
use it for gay people. You just use it for any time anybody is acting like one. You know?
yeah. You're such a. I mean, of course, you have the English saying, that for the cigarettes and stuff. Like, oh, can you give me a whatever? I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not a cursor. Well, one because I don't point and click well. But that that's a dad joke that goes over what everyone said. Unfortunately, uh, I just made that one up on the fly like years ago, and I'm like, I can't. It's one of those dumb ones, but it makes so much sense when you think about it. It's a homonym based word. Let us make comedy literal again. I am simple, so am I. But
hmm
some ladies don't like driving sticks, but that's a different story. Um, but anyway, so of course that I don't curse because it's just like why curse? Why use the words that are already there when I can make up my own words, right? When I can make up my own words about like snicklefritz. Like I can make up a word snicklefritz, but like what does that mean? It's like
Mm.
it's just my thing. It's just my word. It's snicklefritz, and it's like that sounds weird. It's like yeah. It's made up though, so that's how I can claim it. Uh,
We're gonna make that into the next slur. You snickle fritz.
Stick. Yes, A manual car is a skill, not a joke. It is a skill. I miss driving a manual car. Stick shift, as they call it. But I think she might be talking about another stick shift. But anyway, to the point of
Driving a
matter.
manual is a lot better,
Oh
in my
gosh, I
opinion.
remember. I remember when you get to the top of the hill and you just put it in coast and you just go down the hill and there's no one in front of you. Greatest feeling in the world. Greatest feeling. You can
hmm
pop it back into place. Okay, so the secondary one is here's one. It's a bit of a two-parter, but it's do you tip? Do you tip or not? I stop. Need to move up and get there. Yes, and not type. Yeah. We know. Get jiggy with it. I want to learn that. Yes. Get she want. If you don't know how to drive, if you don't know how to drive manual, yes, it can be very difficult at first. I grinded my gears. Sorry, I know we're getting to it. I grinded my gears so many times. It's like, dear Lord, please let's stop. But anyway, so the question is a two-parter: do you tip or not? And if you do you tip more than usual?
Um, well, I would suppose the usual amount is 15%. I think that's pretty much standard.
Mm,
Um, and it all depends, really. So I do tip.
mm,
Uh, so that is something that's been ingrained in me ever since I worked in a service job, you know.
okay.
Um, and so, yeah, I mean, I feel bad if I didn't tip. What the thing that bothers me though is that a tip is supposed to be a tip. It's not supposed to be mandatory, and
Yeah.
it's not supposed to be like some gratuity that they tack onto your bill. It's
Mm,
like a tip for receiving good service.
yeah.
And if you receive bad service, you should have the right to not tip. So
Yeah.
it really pisses me off when I go through like a drive-through somewhere and they shove the thing in your face that asks you if you want a tip. And like, what did you do? Like you turned around, picked up my food, and then gave it to me. Like
Mm,
I was like, I had to come out here and get the food myself. You're not even serving it to me. Like, so yeah, they're asking for too many tips these days, and they put them on those fucking iPads,
yeah.
and they expect you to hit a button and pay more. And it's like, no, that's not. You're they're going to get rid of tipping altogether unless they stop doing that because people are just going to get sick of it.
Yeah. It's
So.
yeah, like you said, it should always be optional. Uh, I know when you have a lot of people, like 8 people, they do kind of auto do it because they served 8 people. But it's like
Mhm.
if it's not optional, then you're gonna allow people who are just like, I don't want to come. eat out again. And unfortunately, with prices of
Hmm.
food and stuff going higher, you want people to eat out, or otherwise you don't have a job. So,
Yeah.
you
I
know,
don't want to go to a restaurant and then get nickel and dimed with extra fees and shit. Like,
fudge
that's
'em.
just gonna ruin it.
But you're not wrong. I used to do pizza delivery,
Hmm.
and I do tip a little more, like $3 or $5 at the add-on. I've only done extra when I have extra, but that's like beyond extra. But yeah, I wish I could do like a $10,000 like a Bon Jovi did once, but I don't make that kind of money. So,
That'd be
uh,
cool. Yeah.
but I
Pull a
would,
Mr. Beast.
if I had $10,000, I would do bigger chunks for the pay it forward stream, basically,
Mm,
because that whole thing with Chris and Flaw TV happened a long time ago. I would do the pay it forward stream. Uh, I would give more in the pay it forward stream if I had more to give, but I can only give what I can give, and it does wonders. It does wonders, and I'm really glad that it can brighten someone's day with that. So, but anyway, guys, tomorrow there's no pay it forward stream. I am out of town. I have family stuff going on. A birthday party for a family member. So Monday, just to keep you primed, Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern, I will have again on Patty's Parlor Games. Pretty cool dude.
nice.
I don't know what to tell you, Phoenix. I, I'm glad I could be your first rant. Happy weekend. Yes, yes. I will be gone for a family birthday, so there will be no pay it forward stream. Uh, Same again, even though it's far ahead in the future. 4th of July, there will be no pay it forward stream, and I hope you guys enjoy your 4th of July when that comes around. But during holidays that land on it, or during family things that handle it, and I'll tell you in advance, there will be no pay it forward streams during those times. And again, I will tell you in advance so you won't be left on cold. But regardless, Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern, Patty's Parlor Games will be on again. Great guy, plays D&D and all this other stuff. Pretty cool dude. I'm glad to have him on again. And of course, the schedule for next week will be up on Twitter X and YouTube Sunday. Most likely Sunday night was when I get back. So thank you guys so much. Thank you, HappyMars, for coming on, and thank you
Of
those
course.
who and thank you again for those who watched the replay, because you guys are awesome. And I hope to one day have you on as well. Those who watched the replay or not. If you have already been on, the door is open again to come on again. So anyway, guys, uh, again, nothing tomorrow. So we're gonna go nothing till Monday. Yes. So we're gonna go. Of course, at the end of every stream, I play a Pogo song, and this one is "One Day with You" by Pogo. Have a great night. Have a great weekend, and don't get into too much trouble, guys. Come on, really. Bye, guys.